Welcome to the bracket episode 143. Today we are doing a topic that we talked about yesterday, which is what is the most awkward activity to do as a solo adult? We have the regular crew on minus Tommy, who is doing, I think, a video actually out there with you guys right now, right? At least with Big Cat, maybe. I think he told
Tommy's
us.
here?
I don't know.
I don't think Tommy's here.
He said he had to do a
He was
video with Big
definitely
Cat.
in Chicago this week.
He's flying.
Yeah,
He's certainly flying to Chicago. Yeah.
Okay, flying to Chicago.
I mean, it might just be like
anything.
What's he called?
Advisors.
And stuff, yeah.
We do have. We were originally going to have Eddie on. We asked him earlier. I asked him earlier last week, and he was like, "Yeah, good." And now he's currently in the trenches fighting. Well, actually, he's not really in the trenches. He's kind of like
He's miles behind the front lines.
Yeah.
He's well behind the front lines, just letting all his meat, protect him from the actual front lines.
Yeah,
he's not saying anything.
Well said, bro.
I was gonna say the same.
I was on the right path for a minute.
I loved it. Thought it made sense.
You threw in two or three meats. Yeah, that's what he's doing. He's just letting it
meat protecting the front lines.
Were you trying to say like cannon
Meat
fodder?
waves.
I don't know where you were going
No,
for.
meat waves.
Meat
meat
waves.
meat waves. Of course.
Duh, meat waves.
Meat waves.
I know Kenjac knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah, we got like human waves. Iraq.
Yeah.
What are we talking about?
Yeah.
But we got White Sox Dave. We got Robbie. We got Feits. Very fun topic. Before we get to it, let's talk about Roan Apparel. Shout out to our buddy Roan. Finding out what to wear, it sucks. Men's closets were due for a radical reinvention, and Roan stepped up to the challenge. Roan's commuter collection is the most comfortable, breathable, and flexible set of products known to man, and here's why. They have products for every occasion. They help you get ready for it with the commuter collection, which offers the world's most comfortable pants, dress shirts, quarter zips, and polos. The four-way stretch fabric provides breathability and flexibility and leaves you free to enjoy whatever life throws your way, from the commute to your work to 18 holes of golf. It's time to feel confident without the hassle of the wrinkle release technology. Wrinkles disappear as you stretch and wear the products that easy, which is great because I hate my shit just gets wrinkled all the time. I've tried 15 different settings on my dryer. Doesn't seem to work. But we love Roan. A lot of people you see in the company will just see Roan floating around all the time. Commuter collection can get you through any work day straight into whatever comes next. Head to the roan.com/bracket and use promo code bracket to save 20% off your entire order. That's 20% off your entire order when you head to rhone.com/bracket and use code bracket. It's time to find your corner office comfort. Big days over the last couple of days in the office. You guys had skeins. We had Livy Dunn. We kind of split them.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Meek had the time of his life. I wish you guys saw him today.
What do you mean by that?
Yeah, that wasn't a good way.
He had some pictures with her. He was beaming. He was glowing. Like you would.
Jack Mack had a fresh haircut, which he swears was scheduled already.
Yep.
Which is the craziest thing I've ever heard in my life.
He had a beard line up.
Yeah,
and everything.
Like, why were they going to steal her away? What was the best pitcher in
They were
baseball?
going to riz her up. Yeah, Skeens is sick right now. Skeens is sick.
Yeah. He's going to pitch the game of his life after seeing that picture with Meek Phil.
Yeah.
Who the fuck is this guy?
I got to impress her somehow. But yeah, it's just been a fun couple of days. We'll get Meek in here later, actually, if we can. But
Don't tell me it's the guy that stepped in dog shit. Anybody but him.
he passed the green line test in the picture.
He did.
But anyway, first two options up right now. Which activity is more awkward to do as a solo adult? First one being concerts. This one was submitted by a ton of people that think it's awkward to go to a concert by yourself. I do think it depends on who the concert is, like who the artist is and what the venue is and all that. It's dependent. And that's going up against number 12 scene. One that just made me laugh. I can't imagine a scenario, but getting a caricature done solo.
All right, I've
That's
done
really
both.
funny.
I've done both.
You've done both?
Yeah.
You got concerts, I get.
Yeah.
What was the
I
character?
was a kid.
Oh, okay. That's different. This is adult.
Yeah.
With
we're-
your
As an
parents
adult.
standing behind you.
Yeah.
True. That's
As
a
an
big. That's a big. All right. True.
Yeah. So let's start with you, Bob Fox. Getting a caricature done by one of those wacky artists at the
Yeah.
beach by yourself as an adult, or going to a concert by yourself.
It's a caricature. I've been in situations where being at a concert alone is awkward. It's usually only if you're like in a smaller venue. The bigger the venue, the less awkward it is, I think. Especially if it's like, most concerts is going to get dark immediately and loud. It's not like you're talking to people during that. Kind of just blend in. I don't think that's that embarrassing. There are situations where, like, if you're on a balcony with, like, everyone there is, like, knows someone and you're standing there alone, it's so awkward. But, yeah, caricature.
One for the caricature.
I gotta go. Well, you know what? This is interesting because I actually think it's character. I think a concert. Here's the deal. I would be more likely to go to a concert alone.
Yeah.
But if you're doing a caricature alone, I feel like it's so ridiculous already that it can't be awkward. Like, this is so insane that I'm an adult man sitting down on this boardwalk getting my caricature done. Like, it almost gets one of those things where it gets too awkward that it comes back to being not awkward.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm more likely to do a concert, but I think... What's the question?
It was concert to caricatures. Which one is more awkward to do as an adult?
Which one is more
As
awkward?
a solo adult.
Okay, I'm gonna go concerts. I don't know
You
if my
don't do
argument made
solo
sense.
concerts yourself?
What's that?
Do you do them?
I've never been to a solo concert.
Never.
But I'm not like a huge concert guy. I have been recently in the last few years, but I'm typically not a huge concert guy. Like I love doing things alone, but I just don't go to concerts enough that I would go alone.
I feel like in my brain that the caricature thing is so much worse because like they pick on every insecurity you might not even know you had.
Oh yeah.
Those videos of the guys in like Hawaii, the one guy.
He's insane.
Yeah.
I can't believe he does that.
Yeah,
and
I
it always destroys the person.
Yeah, and like they laugh and like you could see inside the eyes, like they are broken. And like doing that alone when you don't even have someone to laugh it off with, like I can't even begin to picture it. Cheah,
Heidelberg, with your nose, they would like turn the paper sideways.
go to landscape mode.
Yeah, go to landscape for fights.
Cheah.
So, point of clarification: the caricature, is it weird because there's not other people in the background, or there's not other people going with you?
It's a
there?
funny thing to do with like a person you're with. It's like it's weird to do alone.
It's almost like you have a
Maybe
being
I'm-
picked on fetish.
Yeah.
You've done this alone, haven't you?
No, but I've always wanted a character. I thought they're not meant to be rude. They're like kind of cool cartoons.
Well,
They exaggerate things about you.
Yeah.
so if you got a big ass pimple on your cheek or something, that thing's gonna look
So
like
those guys are dicks.
older.
Well, no,
Some
it's
of
just
them,
that-
not all, but yeah.
The
I
Hawaiian
would
one.
be if I were a caricature.
Yeah, a lot of them end up looking like old propaganda posters.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like Uncle Sam. Yeah.
No.
Well, no, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like a big ass fucking cartoon.
Like
head.
Nick
Yeah.
Kroll.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nick Kroll. I don't know what that
I
is.
don't know
It's a-
because
it's
I
a-
feel like going to that yourself would be better because how long does it take? 30 minutes,
If that.
No.
if that. But
It's
like you just have someone like watching you while you sit there.
I think it's usually like a 10,
probably
20 minute thing.
better to be alone.
It's
Maybe
just
maybe
like
I
a
don't
fun
think
thing to
character-
laugh
I
at
don't
with
think that's
somebody.
weird. If anyone wants to send a character of me, that's not that racist. I'm in.
You're gonna have buck teeth and a rice patty.
Yes,
Yeah.
it'll be the most racist thing you've ever
Very,
seen.
very short. Yeah.
Yeah. So which one are you going with, Cheah?
I think concerts is weirder to go alone.
I had a stretch of like 2 years where I just did every concert alone.
Two for
Couldn't
concerts.
find anyone that wanted to go with me.
Two for concerts, one for the caricature, Nick.
That's sad.
I
I'm
bought
glad you're engaged
one
now.
concert.
Thanks.
I bought one concert ticket for November yesterday. I
There
must
you go.
text Bob. I must text you, but I figured they're not going to come. So
Text me.
right. So
Who are you seeing, Nick?
Yeah, actually.
story so far.
Story
Hell
so-
yeah.
I
I'm
saw
going in Brooklyn.
We saw Pierce the Veil open for Blank. I know you're a big Pierce guy, right?
I'm not a big Pierce the Veil guy,
Well,
actually.
I got bad information because at the concert, Nate was like, "This is Nick's favorite band."
I could not. I couldn't name a Pierce the Veil song. No. Oh my goodness.
Bro, this is I bought like $200 worth of merch of Blink at the show, and which is like 3 things by the way. Yeah. And then I didn't want to carry it around all night, so I was like, "Can I have a bag?" And they said, "No, you have to buy the bag." And it was a $40 tote.
Jesus.
But I was like, well, it's Pierce the Veil. I'll get it and give it to Nick. He loves this band. Oh. so I have a Pierce the Veil bag for you.
I can't name one Pierce the Veil song.
You love them, we know.
I wonder if they're selling a Pierce the Veil, Spin the Wheel of Fate while they were there. Oh, from the NFL merch shop.
Dave, I did not even think it. Do you want to go?
Yeah.
November 11th?
Yeah, I'm in.
Fuck yeah. All right, I'm going with Dave. So I'm going to
we
go
go.
concerts alone.
We are potentially going to be in Turkey in that time, by the way, Dave. Just keep that in
That is
mind
true.
before we're just
Yeah.
throwing out dates for that.
It's $49.
Yeah, I'll just get it, and if I'll eat it if I need to.
Use game time, promo code bracket. Sorry,
That's where I
Nick.
looked, yeah. Yeah, I'm going to go concerts then. I felt weird doing it. Like, I really had to think about it, and I had to weigh, like, do I want to go alone? Because I know when the day comes, it's going to feel weird Ubering alone. I'll probably be nervous, but I don't want to miss it. Caricatures alone, if I saw that, I would be like, oh, that's sad, not, oh, that's weird.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go concert.
Another one. 3 for concerts, 1 for the caricature. KB.
Yeah, caricature is more pathetic and weird, but concert alone, if you're in the pit or on the floor, that would be too uncomfortable for me because you're gonna end up in a sea of different friend groups. You're gonna bump into them. You're gonna try to dance, and it's gonna be weird.
Nobody looks at you when you're in the sea, though. That's the thing. I feel like the sea is where you want to be
But it's
as a
like,
single person.
If I'm in a sea of people, I want to have somebody with me that I know. I want it to be more social for me
Okay.
instead of, yeah. I don't know. I'm not going to judge someone who does it, but it would be more uncomfortable for me.
I would never be able to point out like, oh, that guy's alone.
No.
That is true.
You wouldn't think
Yeah.
to. Yeah.
Because everyone's just singing the
Be
songs.
elsewhere. Right.
Yeah. Dave.
After thinking about it, I think I'm going to go concerts too. I've never been to one alone, and I go to a lot of concerts, but I can't imagine being in a pit. And it doesn't matter if it's for like a metal concert, which I've been to, or like a jam band. Like, I would not want to be there alone. Like, I have to have someone.
You want to experience that.
Yeah, exactly.
The energy is very social.
It's better shared.
Yeah, absolutely. And I like doing everything alone. I would never want to be at a concert alone, though. No.
Yeah, so concerts is going to move on. By the way, Cheah, I sent you the caricature artist that we were talking about, just so that you can get like.
I want to see this. I've never seen this guy.
So we can have a taste of what we're talking about. I'll put it into.
The concert thing shocks me. I thought we were going to be a unanimous sweep for caricature there.
See, like if I'm walking through Disney World and I look over and there's a guy getting a character, I don't spend more than 2 seconds thinking about that. Like I wouldn't think, oh, that's awkward or oh, that's weird. I wouldn't think about it at all.
If you
I'd just
showed
be
up
like,
to a
that's
concert with a friend, though, and you were sitting next to someone that was just one, you would be like, this guy's a weirdo.
That's a good point. I like to KB's point. I would feel personally weird. Like people are looking at me, even if it's not the case, and I know no one gives a shit that I'm there alone. I would just I wouldn't want to do that.
Fair enough.
I would want to share in the fun.
Fair enough.
You know.
Yeah. Either way, concerts is going to move on, and I just sent that full. I'll put it up on the video as well. Just the caricature artist. It's just.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
They're super mean.
They're so mean, dude. So now we have the number 4 seed versus the number 13 seed. The 4 seed is just sporting events in general. I do know a couple people have done this, but another thing where it kind of depends on what the event is. Like a buddy of mine went to Jeter's last game solo, and like that I get. But like if you're just going to like a regular season Panthers game by yourself, that's a different story. And that's going up as number 13 seed, a Nick special, Shotsky's solo.
I saw that at the bar.
just all the dumping out.
No, just one, either they're all dumping out or just one on there.
Just one singular shot glass on the Shotsky. So going to a sporting event solo or Shotsky's. White Sox Dave.
I mean, sporting event like that's just dumb. That's not awkward. That's just dumb. Like, why would you do that?
I would laugh at the guy doing that.
That's like a party trick, party animal move.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't know
He
about
was
move,
like-
but you.
Insecure, looking around, sipping a cocktail to get.
What if you leaned it up?
A shyly doing a
And, like-
shot ski solo.
Very meek. Just
A Meek shots.
yeah.
A shot ski is like a long.
It's a ski
Board.
hole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that alone.
Yes. So 1-1 Shotsky to sporting event. Nick.
Correct me if I'm wrong. I think baseball alone is fine. Football alone is weird.
A little bit weird.
I think you're right.
Bouncing, like just wandering around a tailgate aimlessly, hopefully, like hoping someone, like,
Tailgate.
hey, have a burger.
But if I'm a super fan of a team and like I got a ticket, if you like watching it enough, yeah.
A bit, but I actually think that almost like speaks to like baseball. It's sad for baseball where like the popularity has gone down so low that you're like, that guy still loves the game. Good for
Yeah.
him. If it's a football, you're like, you're a fucking psycho, dude. How do you not have one friend?
Like, why would you ever choose to watch football in person if it's not with a group of your friends?
I've done it several times.
Yeah, Steven was giving me this.
Football games alone?
Yeah, I mean, if you like a weird team like I do, and you don't live in that area, if they ever came to the Northeast, I would go. And sometimes I'd go with people, sometimes I go by myself.
Would you go early and like
Oh yeah,
walk around the
as soon-
tailgate,
as-
or would you go into the stadium?
No, I'd go into the stadium as soon as it opens.
Okay.
So like
Cheah,
90
but do you-
minutes before hour. Before.
Are you like a headphone guy to listen to the broadcast?
Nope. Just get as close as possible and.
I want to make
Roll.
fun of Steven here, but I kind of get it at that point.
I couldn't do football alone.
I sort of get it too. I feel like it might be an easy spot to find friends too. Or not friends,
Yeah.
but like an easy spot to find people that you could at least get along with for a conversation.
I'll say this: prior to my boycott, it'd be like a Tuesday and be like, "Fuck it, I'm going to the Sox game," and I know I'd run into like 20 people there
Yeah.
that I know without even texting them. I'd just show up alone and know.
I feel like yours is a pretty unique scenario.
It's a little
Yeah.
different, right? It's a little different. But,
Cheah, would you ask friends or did you just?
Depends. Like,
I mean, you got
Eagles, Bucks at Eagles preseason. No, I'm going that by myself.
Okay,
But if
preseason
it's
is
just
a little
like that at
stretch, but like if I had a Panthers friend who lived in New York and was like,
Yeah.
"Yo, will you come to the Jets game with me, Jets Panthers?" I'd be like, "Sure, why not?"
Yeah.
right. Like
yeah.
the
Depends. Like if my team was like, if I'm going to like a Commanders game or an Eagles game or a Giants game, and I know a fan of that team, if they're not a fan of that team, there's no chance I'm asking, because that's like, that'd be like someone asking me to move to like go to like a
Really?
Giants Jets game.
Oh, if I got invited
Unless it was
if I got invited to a game and I had no interest in the team, I think I'd still consider going.
yeah, definitely. Because
Yeah,
if
it's
I
hanging out with
had
your
something else,
friends.
I couldn't do it. But if I had like an open Sunday, I'd be like, "Yeah, why not?"
I went to.
Hey, if you invited me to a Bucks game, I'd go in a heartbeat.
If it was just a stand, like but then you miss. I look at those Sundays differently. It's like you only have a few of those. I'm not gonna miss it I'm not gonna miss my team playing to watch another. No thanks.
I'm still gonna go. I'm gonna go sports alone.
So wait, hold on. When you're in the stands and like the Bucks score a touchdown, are you like,
Yeah.
high-fiving everybody like around you, or
I'm usually away, so usually not. It's
yeah, okay.
Jay, you'd appreciate this. I went to Giants Falcons playoff game in, I think this was 2011 when I was in high school, and it was the worst game I've ever seen in my life. It was, I'm sure you recognize, it was one safety scored by the Falcons, and the Giants just destroyed them.
Ugh.
It was
I
bad.
went to a random Lucas Oil Stadium, Colts Stadium.
Bless you.
Bless you. Thank you.
Colts first Jets. It was Peyton Manning. They were 13-0, I want to say, or maybe 14-0. And the Jets with Mark Sanchez were like 3 and whatever. They were awful. But the Colts had already clinched everything. They benched Peyton Manning for the second half, and the Jets ended up winning the game.
That's at least more exciting, I guess.
Yeah.
And my game was
But that
bad.
was a random game.
When you're in
Yeah,
a
sure,
different
fuck it.
city and you have the chance to see a team play in their that's different too, I think.
Yeah.
But like just me rolling to a Bears game alone.
Yeah, no fucking way.
Yeah.
No way.
So Nick, would
Yeah,
you do
okay.
would you do sporting event or Shotsky here?
I would do sporting event. I think-
Actually, sorry, go ahead.
especially football. Especially football. I think sporting event is weirder.
Mm-hmm.
Shotsky, you're just like, that's a guy that knows how to be alone. That's a fun,
fun guy.
That's a fun loner.
Jay?
I'm a fun loner.
Shotski, in my opinion, is definitely weird. I mean, I am the football guy that goes alone, so I'm fine with that. Basketball game, I'll go alone. Yeah, I'll go alone for whatever.
2-2 fights.
I'm going. The sporting event is more awkward. I agree with everything we've said thus far in the sense that like there's some it's more acceptable, such as baseball, because you kind of walk around the park. And the shot ski thing, like again, I think that if you play it right, it's not awkward at all. If you play it right, it's actually awesome. Where you're like pouring, you can't possibly pour 3 shots for yourself. You gotta take them all.
They would all fly out.
Yeah.
2 on the ground.
But maybe you work your way down the thing. There's a way if you're doing it at the bar to get the bar cheering for you doing it.
Yeah. So right now we're 3 for sporting event, 2 for Shotsky.
I disagree with everything Feits just said. I think there's no way to make that look cool. I think there's no way the bar is cheering for the sole man.
Bro,
during
you're
the
not
shot
hanging out in
ski.
the right bars, bro.
I don't think I am. And I've never done a sporting event solo. I have done wrestling shows solo, which some people may say is even worse. But I think they're so easy to do solo. Like, I think it's such an easy spot to just make a conversation with people. You know you have the common interest right in front of you. And it's places where people are just cheering and booing. You're just like going along with the crowd. So that's not awkward to me.
So you're going to go with the Shotsky?
Yeah.
All right, we're tied up. I think I would vote for the sporting event, but I think it would be for more specific ones, like you were saying. Like I would agree that like the MLB one is more like, yeah, that guy's just a real beater.
Clemmer.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, that person's
Look,
keeping
he's-
book. It's kind of
yeah,
cool.
exactly, yeah.
That guy's a true beater. But like the football ones, I think are a little bit, no offense, Jay, a little bit on the weirder side.
It's a more social game to go to.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Che, I encourage you, ask your friends, man. They'll go.
Hey, if you ask me, I would go.
Your friends will hang out with you.
Yeah, maybe.
It sounds like you just want to go alone, and that's fine
It does.
too.
That's fine too.
Well, like, yeah, if it was Bucks at Bears and the Steelers were playing at the same time, like, I'm not gonna ask.
No, I don't care.
Oh.
But going to football games with friends is fun.
Ask
Yeah,
Mike
I guess
Trout
that's
to come. Ask the guys in the chat to come to a
Yeah,
football game.
Mike Trout.
Yeah. So the sporting event is going to move on. Now we have the 8 versus the 9 seed. The 8 seed is comedy shows, which I think you submitted, Nick. Another good one. That one you could get roasted. That's bad.
You're just a target. Yeah.
You could get destroyed by the comic,
Yeah.
which is really bad. And that's almost like in the caricature same vein. And that's going up against number 9 seed, just solo travel, which I'm curious how this panel feels about. I think you submitted that, right?
I
Feits?
submitted that one.
Yeah. So solo travel versus comedy shows. Robbie.
It's a good question. I feel like we do a decent amount of solo travel, just being like a Barstool employee.
Not a work trip.
Vacation.
Vacation.
Oh, I see. Just booking yourself a vacation.
Yeah.
This
This
is a hard
Trent
one.
did that.
Yeah.
That was a classic
Trent did
Trent
that?
move. Trent, like over Christmas, he
I
just
have
went
a
to Hawaii.
sneaking suspicion he was with like a swimsuit model.
Yeah.
He had to be. He had to be, honestly.
Yeah.
Just one Christmas, he was like, I'm going to Hawaii by myself. All right.
Can't even imagine him in Hawaii.
It's solo travel versus...
Solo travel versus comedy show.
I'm going to go comedy show, which kind of like goes against the last two things they said because they are crowds where you can kind of blend in, but because you're putting yourself in the crosshairs for a comedian. Like that is just, you're fish in a barrel. You're here alone at a comedy show. So I'll have to go comedy show.
One for the comedy show.
I'm going to go solo travel. I've done comedy shows alone, not often, but more often than most people. They're fine. You just sit in the back and they're fun. Solo travel, the reason I brought this up and I had it is because Jackie recently did it. Jackie went to Mexico City by herself.
That's insane.
Holy shit.
Oh my
That's
God. What
insane.
the fuck is wrong with her?
What a daredevil.
I don't know. And I was like, what are you talking about? And I think it kind of goes like, it's one of those things like I can see it working. I don't think I have the balls to ever do it, but I can see it being like an incredible experience. But as it stands, I kind of think of it more like concerts where that is a shared experience. It's very fun. I would have fun either way, but you gotta without somebody it's awkward.
So 1-1 right now. Cheah?
I feel like if you're going on solo vacations, like you're trying to fuck. Like that's the sole purpose of the solo vacation.
Calling Jackie out. Went straight to Mexico.
Yeah.
So you're trying to fuck apparently.
And that's like
Mexico
wildly
City is
dangerous.
specific enough where she might have been going down there to meet somebody.
She got flown out to Mexico City.
Why
Yeah,
is
you come
Mexico City specific enough, and
One
why?
of the most
pretty big
popular spots
city.
in the entire country.
Is it?
I mean,
Definitely.
it's not Punta Cana or Cabo.
It's a
I think Punta Cana or Cabo is
very
like more
popular
like,
tourist destination.
Mexico City is?
It's one of the biggest cities
Top
in the
really
five
nice.
in the country,
Yeah,
I
no,
would
it's
say.
Punta Cana or Cabo, if you went along, you're
That's
like,
a
oh, you're
fuck
going
move.
to fuck.
Yes,
Yeah.
That's a
Yeah.
fuck
Yeah.
move.
That's fair. That's fair.
there
Sorry.
are probably resorts that just like cater to that.
Yeah.
Like, single adults
Probably.
just getting all down. But it's travel versus which one? Sorry,
Comedy show.
comedy show. Yeah, comedy show. Just because, like, I can see the purpose in solo travel. You do want to get away. Maybe you want to see sights. Maybe you just want to bone. But the comedy show, like, that needs to be enjoyed with somebody else. How are you snickering? Like, if somebody makes a really good joke and you can recall it later, who are you telling? Like, that kind of sucks. It's kind of a black hole.
So 2 for the comedy show, Nick.
I think traveling alone, I'm so envious of the people that have the confidence and the bravery. And like, and this is us as men. I'm a guy and I'm afraid to do it. A chick, if she's like, yeah, I'm going to Mumbai. No. Like, I don't know. Traveling alone is just a super brave and cool and somebody who knows exactly what they want to do move to me. I don't think it's sad at all.
Not necessarily sad, just awkward, I would say.
It's you kind of just can do everything on your own time.
That's nice.
Do whatever you want.
Yeah.
It seems
Cheaper.
pretty.
You're not paying for anyone else.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
seems pretty nice. Kyle,
This is.
you're going
This-
to Thailand.
I think traveling alone is
Alone.
the least awkward thing you can do, especially if it's a foreign country.
you're doing 20
There's
days in
nothing.
Thailand.
Do 3 weeks.
What?
Oh my
By
god.
yourself?
Yeah.
Yep. That's why I knew this would be a little bit of an interesting
Wow.
one for you.
When? Soon?
Next April.
Wow.
Yeah.
3 weeks in Thailand. What are you going to do?
That's the thing. When you're alone, like you can do whatever you want. I might just stay in the hotel. Go down to the bar.
Are you ever
walk
afraid
around.
being alone in a foreign country you'll be taken advantage of, or does your NCAA wrestling background negate that?
I mean, I'll probably get robbed, but no, I don't think I'd get beaten.
Are you afraid of the connotation of a man being alone in Thailand for 3 weeks?
What is the
Wait.
connotation?
I've fallen in any
That's
traps.
like the horniest thing.
The connotation that you're going there to fuck ladyboys for 3 weeks.
It's the
Yeah.
most visited city in the world.
I'm just throwing it out there. I'm just saying.
That can't be.
So I'm
That's crazy.
I'm going comedy show. Unless it's like a lot of these can be fetish.
Mm-hmm.
Like a humiliation fetish.
Big
But,
time.
I'm going comedy show.
Comedy show, KB. I'm assuming you got to go comedy show.
I don't think either of these are weird, but comedy show would feel more awkward, just because of like they're gonna target you, maybe, hopefully. And then a lot of times it's not even jokes; they just like destroy. Like they get really mad, especially if their set isn't going too well, and they just berate you, which would suck. But
They're like, this guy
I'll go
shares a
comedy.
bank account with his mom.
Yeah.
Like, what?
Yeah, just you're sitting there.
Yeah.
Kill yourself.
Yeah.
There's that one I saw recently that always goes viral. The Patrice O'Neal like yelling at that one lady who's not having a good time.
Yeah. Very
And
funny.
he's like, "Oh, you're the friend that they all hate, but they have to invite to places."
Yeah.
Like getting that sort of like introspective destruction by a comedian is just I can't even imagine. So you're gonna go with comedy show,
yeah,
Dave?
I too am going comedy show. I can't find any rationale for going to a comedy show alone personally. Like after talking about it, like a sporting event, if I'm in Boston and the Red Sox, I want to go see Fenway, I'm alone. I'll do that. Maybe it's only for a few innings. I don't think that's totally weird. I'm trying to like talk myself into it not being a weird move to go to a sporting event alone. It is a weird move, but there's nothing you can talk into about a comedy show solo making it palatable to me. That just sounds awful. That just sounds horrible.
So the comedy show is gonna move on. Now we have our
I actually
Cheah.
think I would like to travel too alone.
that would be amazing.
You would have fun, I think. I mean, you
I
had
think
enough
I
fun
could
in
do it.
Europe, right?
I wasn't alone.
Yeah,
though.
well, yeah. I'm just saying. Like, I think, like, imagine in that same scenario.
I feel like
alone,
you would get lost, though.
No, I have
you
an
get lost in New
incredible
York?
sense of direction. Me?
I'm pretty sure you got lost in New York on the subway.
No, he was barefoot in subway, sleepwalking.
I was sleepwalking.
Yeah,
Oh, all right.
different scenario.
Even
enough.
then,
Fair enough.
even then, I knew where I was going subconsciously.
So the comedy show is going to move on. Now we have our chain game. We kind of have a retro chain game because I think Cheah may have been a little confused by the prompt. Starting out with the first Cheah one, dating someone in college when you're 25, an awkward thing to do alone as an adult.
What?
Yeah, I guess if you're alone.
I thought it was just awkward thing to do as an adult that you like can't do anymore.
Most,
Okay, so you can just remove the word alone from these, which is probably in all of them.
but we can't
That's
because
the
that's the prompt of the
You can't have to
date
be
somebody
alone.
alone.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, true.
Yeah.
Good point.
They're
dating
alone together.
dating someone in college when you're over 25. Having
Did
a
you
piss,
do that, Steve?
No.
Oh, okay. Okay.
having a piss stain on your pants
Yep.
alone.
Oh,
alone as an adult. Nick had
That's only awkward for yourself.
Yeah, if you're alone, it's actually not that awkward.
it's the
That's
least awkward
true.
way.
That's true.
I typically have piss stains on my pants when I'm alone, and I just kind of leave them.
Oh yeah.
I
that's
typically have piss stains on my pants at all times.
Yeah.
Let me survey this group. Is everyone a dick through the underwear? Or-
Hell
Hell no.
And I did.
Is everyone a dick through the underwear?
no.
I've
Nobody
never met
is.
anybody.
I go through the underwear.
I am.
Like over the waistband.
I do only, but like nowadays, like 20% of my briefs even have the hole.
Right. So,
So-
that's the thing.
so
Tom
now-
Brady's underwear doesn't have the hole, so it's like, all right, we're gonna fucking pull. the thing
That's
out.
faster.
Tom Brady's
Yeah,
or yours?
Brady brand.
Yeah, he's not wearing Tom Brady's
Don't
underwear.
laugh
he
at
was
Cheah
wearing-
about this. I don't have the
You have-
Brady. I don't have the Brady band briefs, but I do have some of the workout stuff. That's fucking great. I believe they've already gone under, so it's not a free ad, but it's really comfortable shit.
Yes, great clothing.
I will pull out my dick faster over waistband than anybody can pull out of hole.
And you gotta. I mean, you're
With a
your
belt?
teeth.
With a belt, what does that? Oh, so you go zipper, then that?
That's
go
the
through
point of
the
that's the
zipper?
point of the
You
point of-
keep your
I go through
jeans
the
buttoned?
zipper. I do.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh.
If I
Yeah. No,
I
that's
know
what
I
they do.
wore briefs that day with a fly,
They-
I'll keep it all buttoned up. Yeah.
You guys are
They, as
asking
in
for an
you-
accident.
Yeah.
You're gonna get caught one day, and you're gonna be like, "Oh,
You're
fuck."
gonna get something about married. It's,
Yeah.
Yes.
terrified
No
of it.
way.
That's
man.
insane.
And
That's
that
insane
is a rom
behavior.
com.
It's something about married. He takes his balls out. I don't take my balls out.
And he got it all the way up.
I'll take my balls out.
Let the balls
occasionally.
breathe, brother.
balls out?
If
I'll pull waistband down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let the
Then
balls
how does
hang.
it work if you're wearing a belt?
You undo your
Undo
pants.
the
You
belt.
undo the belt.
Yeah, but there's no way that's faster.
You go through the zipper and the
You
brief
fucking
hole?
fish
Yes.
your
That
dick
is-
through the
there's many
zipper, and you think that's
ways
fast?
To try to get in.
Yes.
It's also often I like if I have a shirt tucked in, I don't want to. I'm just trying to avoid tucking it back in, so I'll go through the fly.
Cheah's double
That's
penetrating. I don't like that.
Yeah.
No, it's he's going through. It's the same amount of doors to get onto a space station.
Yeah.
He's docking. He's docking with the fucking toilet.
Yeah, if I'm wearing like nowadays I'm not wearing that many things with a belt, but if I am ever wearing a belt, I'm 100% going through. And you guys are saying none of you do that.
I don't think I've
never
ever
in my
gone-
life.
I didn't even know until I was well into my adulthood that people actually do what Steven does. And there's a large
How'd you
sect
find out?
a conversation similar like this. Ed probably does what you do or something.
Shout out. Ed.
That is putting your junk through those teeth terrifies me.
Have you ever fucked with your dick through the hole of the jeans and boxers?
No.
Triple pen.
It's also, just to be clear, it's really easy to not start zippering until your dick's in your pants.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
There's no way that's ever happened.
But like scraping your dick along the side of
No.
The teeth?
How wide is your cock, man? You
Well, no, you're pulling it in. It's just like, what are you
got
gonna?
like a paper towel roll in there?
I'm just saying, it's not as easy as it
Bro,
seems.
my dick has calluses on it. Like it's
So does mine.
I'm fucking worried about bumping with some metal.
Some metal teeth. Oh, just the phrasing of that is, I don't like that. But having a piss stain on your pants,
Alone.
alone. Playing frisbee in the park from Nick. Yeah, that would be.
That's funny.
What do? Just throw it and chase it? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, you throw it, and then you see how far it goes.
Or
and
you
go
throw it
do
on an
again.
angle to try to just get it to come directly back to you. Yeah.
I like this one a lot. Getting ice cream from an ice cream truck alone as an adult would be.
That's fine.
That's
That's
did that
fine.
like a
That's
week ago.
fine.
I
Yeah.
can't, as an
I
adult.
swear to God, I did that like
I feel
a week
fine
ago.
about
From an ice
if you're
cream
on a
truck.
walk and it passes,
Yeah, I was walking the dog at.
Did you flag
after
it
the
down or
office.
was it already stopped?
No, it was driving by, but I
flagging it down.
I put the finger up in the air and ice cream,
Flagging it down.
fucking
chasing after-
$5 for like the cheapest thing on the.
I don't
menu.
know. Waiting behind a group of kids would be weird.
But like,
I didn't do that. I
Mr.
was the only
Softy's all
one.
over the city. Everyone that goes up to that's alone.
Going to a shop is, I feel like, wildly different than waiting at the truck.
I don't think it's awkward the slightest.
I don't think that's awkward at all.
Flagging it down's a little tough.
Flagging it down.
I
Feel like
flagged
you gotta
it down.
start
I
like
put
the
my
half
finger in
jog
the air,
after.
He stopped. He handed me my Choco Taco, and I was on my way.
Choco Taco. In
He
a
still got the
Chicago
Choco
accent.
Taco?
Sick.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
I'm a snow cone man.
Ugh.
From the ice cream truck?
Yes.
Ne-
Bad snow cones.
next was the going to a roller rink, also from Nick. That is an. I don't-
Yeah.
I don't know.
Especially
Maybe,
if he's like bad.
Yeah, maybe you're practice.
I don't think anyone's ever gone to a roller rink and utilized the rink alone, not crying. Like as soon as I heard that, I pictured Jesse in Breaking Bad when he's just driving the go-kart
Yeah.
and it's just like fucking miserable skating around.
Yeah.
No one's happy doing that.
No.
No.
so the roller rink, and then lastly, ghost hunting. Just one just made me laugh. Just the idea of like an adult
You show up for
solo
an
ghost
Yeah.
hunting.
Yeah, that's
It's like
That's amazing.
wandering around like in Luigi's mansion, like hello, with like the little thing, just like just fucking getting caught doing that would be bad.
That's hilarious.
So dating someone in college when you're over 25, having a piss stain on your pants, playing frisbee in the park, getting ice cream from an ice cream truck, going to roller rink, or ghost hunting. Let's start with you, Dave. Which one of these chain options do you think should go up against our one seed?
This is the plan.
Yes.
One more time with them.
Dating someone in college when you're over 25, having a piss stain on your pants, frisbee at the park, getting ice cream from an ice cream truck, going to a roller rink, or ghost hunting.
I'm gonna say, in all honesty, if you're 25 and you're dating and you're like showing up to like frat parties and you're that guy, you're a fucking loser. I don't care that if age shouldn't matter in that. If she's 22 and you're 25, it's not a big deal. But if you're that guy showing up to like her parties, then that's awkward and you're just that guy.
We explicitly said that this is not an
Alone.
applicable real option for this bracket. Like, Cheah misunderstood the prompt. Like,
oh, if you went to your
Well,
college
wait.
girlfriend's party and she wasn't there, but you were there.
It's just showing up, yeah.
I think even if she's
Or even if she is
If
there.
she's there, you're not
But if we
alone.
have to make this alone,
No, I know. But like,
you go to a party on her campus alone.
okay, it's everything's alone.
That would be weird.
yeah.
That
so-
would be for
You
sure.
know what? I'm just gonna change it to ghost hunting and leave it at that. This is too confusing for me, Steven.
One for ghost hunting. KB.
I think ghost hunting alone is crazier, but frisbee in a park would be the most awkward.
Just throwing it and going, run and catch it. It's crazy. Nick.
However, you
That'd be like a spectator sport for me. If I saw a guy in the park doing that, I'd be like zeroed in on him. Like, is he going to catch it? How far can he throw it?
I just like to think that they're not good either, so they're not going far.
So
No, I'm going ghost hunting. Ghost hunting is hilarious to think alone. Is there anybody there?
carrying around like
something.
carrying
I
around
think
the
I heard
lamp.
something. I'm pretty sure I heard something. Just saying to yourself.
That would probably be the most efficient ghost hunting, though, if you know you're alone.
Yeah.
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 That's fair.
But I'm still going ghost hunting.
2 for ghost hunting, Cheah.
Frisbee, it's a 2-person sport. Need it. If I walk by someone in the park doing that, that would people watching immediate double take, be like, what the fuck's going on? If you saw someone ghost hunting alone, you'd be like, that's weird.
I could see you practicing like handoffs in the park.
Yeah. Play action fakes.
That like
He does that in his yard.
yeah, that like
Snaps
Russell
only.
Wilson thing where he's like kneeling down and like doing play action. Like I do that. So yeah, I didn't think that was weird.
Oh, Jesus. So 2-2 right now.
Ghost hunting for sure. The irony of this all is I would imagine of all the options we've heard thus far, ghost hunting has the highest per capita of people do it alone.
Yeah.
Doing it alone?
Like
Good call.
plenty of people go to concerts alone, comedy shows alone, but per capita, I feel like ghost hunters, a lot of them are hitting the road alone.
Yeah. Really? That's something you can't hit up all your friends and be like, hey, I'm going ghost hunting. You want to come? No.
Unless they're friends, all their friends they've moved to just being ghost hunting friends.
Yeah.
Like none of your regular friends want to go with you. Like, no, I want to go fucking ghost hunting tonight, dude.
That's a difficult invite. To ask for.
It's like a Bucks Eagles preseason game.
If I'm going ghost hunting and the Steelers are playing at the same time, I'm not inviting that.
How many times do I have to tell you?
Robbie.
I'm going to tie it up with Frisbee because I love the visual of someone standing like in Central Park and just throwing a Frisbee like 10 feet and then going and picking it up and then throwing it back like 10 feet to where they were standing before, like having a catch with yourself.
Yeah.
But
Or
just
like
throwing.
smiling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I love that visual.
Fuck. All right. So it's tied between the Frisbee and the ghost hunting. I think the visual of the Frisbee is just
So
very
funny,
funny.
yeah,
It is very funny.
You would almost, it's almost so awkward that you would be like, that man must have something wrong with him.
Yeah, there's possibly
Yeah.
something wrong. So the Frisbee's going up against number 1 seed, by far the most submitted option by everyone. And I refined it a little bit, just eating alone at a nice restaurant. So I'm not talking about eating at like a Burger King by yourself or something like that. Eating at a nice,
Somewhere with a hostess, you would imagine, where you have to say just one.
just table for one,
Yeah.
like a nice, expensive-ish restaurant.
I've done this.
Especially if you're solo traveling. I think it's great.
Many times.
So we'll start with you, Robbie.
I also have done this a bunch. I really didn't do it, and then I worked. My first job was at a restaurant on the border, and I saw people doing it all the time.
I thought you meant like at the border. Of
I worked on the border doing.
Building the wall.
Yeah, I built it. But I saw people doing it so often that it almost made me like the waiters never even thought it was weird. It was just such a normal thing that I was kind of like, oh, like you can do that. And I've done it a ton since, especially like if you're traveling for work, going down to like a hotel restaurant and getting.
Hotel restaurant's different, too.
I guess that's different,
talking
but like, yeah, I would go like if I heard a steakhouse was amazing and I had nobody with me on a trip, I would go and eat alone and I wouldn't feel awkward about it. I'd probably bring headphones. And,
Again, I
and,
don't
like,
think you
put
can
a
throw the
podcast on.
qualifier of the trip on here. I feel like that kind of puts it in a different world. I'm saying like you're going to a restaurant in New York, like a nice restaurant in New York, and going in.
That's the place
I
to do
still,
it.
I
Yeah, that
honestly
is the
don't
place to
think
do it.
I would feel. I don't think I'd feel awkward. Like I throw headphones on and
Or how
listen to
about
a podcast.
in your
but
hometown in New Jersey, like going to the nicest
Hometown would be weird.
Segovia's and Moonaki? Oh my God, I'd hit that up alone.
in 2 seconds.
Here's what makes it not weird automatically. If you're eating at the bar, not weird.
Wow.
Versus a table?
Bar eating
Yeah.
is perfectly
Bar
fine.
versus table
I
is a
was
lot
gonna
different.
say, Dave, the
Wow, Dave.
exact opposite.
Really?
Wow.
Not that it. I hate when I go to a restaurant alone
And they
I
put
say,
you at the bar?
and she goes, "Well, you want to sit at the bar?" I said, "No. If I wanted to sit at the bar, I'd have walked right to the fucking bar and sat there. I want to sit at the table, please and thank you."
I'm with that, but I think
you're
the
also
bar is a less
costing them
awkward
money
spot to be.
and being
It is
an
definitely less
asshole.
awkward for sure.
Yeah. So you're going to go with the Frisbee, I'm assuming, versus as
Yes.
being more
Oh
awkward.
yeah. Frisbee. Sorry.
So one for the Frisbee.
And another note. So this just popped in my head. I wanted to say it. So Mincy the other day sent out a tweet saying he found awesome dollar oysters. I've eaten there after work at 4 p.m. for a happy hour a half dozen times alone and just housed oysters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that
That's
you used
fine.
the oyster, the number for that too. You did dozen or half dozen. You didn't say like 7 or 8. You specifically
No.
went for the dozen number. Yeah.
I house oysters, like 20 of them.
You said you housed half a dozen.
You can't house.
Nearly
You
six.
can't have 6 oysters. It's
All
like
right,
6
I'll-
ounces
I'll
of food.
house like 2 dozen.
A house, a
There
quarter
you go.
dozen.
There you
I
go.
don't think eating alone is weird whatsoever.
I think it's a confident thing.
Are you
Yeah.
also gonna eat 30 wings? Is that happening?
Yeah, Saturday I think.
You're eating 30 wings.
30 bird's nest wings.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah.
Hot barbecue.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
That'll be fun.
I actually went to a Filipino restaurant with Mincy last time I was in Chicago. Great time. He showed his ass crack to half the restaurant at one point.
Yep.
When he bent down and
Yeah.
picked something up. It wasn't
believe it. Of
course,
that part
of
wasn't
course.
great. So Fights, you're gonna go with restaurant or in Frisbee.
You know, the thing working against Frisbee is the Simpsons meme. And it's just too popular. So my mind is rebelling against the
Which Simpsons meme?
or a GIF, I suppose. It's just someone throwing. It's like someone on the TV just throwing a frisbee.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay, gotcha.
So I'm gonna go with, even despite the fact that I don't find it awkward, I'm gonna go with dinner.
Dinner, Cheah.
One of them, I think you'd see in everyday life, and you wouldn't even question. Just like, all right, that guy's eating. He's by himself. The other one, you would stop and stare and make it the rest of your day. So I'm gonna go with throwing a frisbee by yourself.
Great point by Cheah. Nick.
Counterpoint. One of these has never happened.
That's also true.
Ever. Eating alone, yeah, I think it's a confident move, but I don't like talking while I'm having dinner.
I agree.
Anyway,
I agree.
I like a silent dinner you eat, maybe light. I don't know. I like just eating. I'm abstaining. No vote.
No vote. Using his abstain. KB.
Yeah, eating alone, especially in Manhattan, like no one is paying attention to you ever. You're invisible to the rest of the world. Somewhere like a small town might be awkward, people would stare, but playing frisbee alone is so ridiculous. Would any of you do that?
no, God, no.
God, no.
It's never happened.
Like even if you were told, like, hey, go do this.
No.
There's that's a partner. It's a partner activity. It's like breaking a wishbone alone.
Yeah.
Throwing it and then go chasing after.
This new workout fad is sweeping the nation, going to chase your own frisbee in the park.
Yeah, it's frisbee.
Frisbee, Dave?
Frisbee. How often do 16s beat ones in the bracket?
Pretty frequently.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
doesn't matter.
Yeah. So the Frisbee's going to move on. On the other side, we have the 6 seed versus the 11 seed. The 6 seed kind of similar to the Frisbee one in a way. Shooting a basketball at a park by yourself. So
I also don't think that's
on the
awkward.
local court shooting a basketball by yourself. I think it's awkward when other people show up and like you're taking up half of a court by yourself shooting basketball. That I think it becomes very awkward. And that's going up against number 11 seed. Going to bar trivia by yourself with no team. Solo.
That's cocky.
Easy. Yeah,
This is
yeah.
soloing bar trivia versus shooting a basketball at the park by yourself. Start with you, Dave.
The bar trivia, absolutely. So, and through all of these hypotheticals, I have this one park that's not far from here, in my head, and I'm trying to visualize everything that we're talking about happening at this park. There's this one dude. I'm pretty sure he's Eastern European. Doesn't speak a lick of English.
That's a funny word. That's a funny sentence to fuck up.
That will literally sit at this park, and he wears shorts that like his nutsack's basically hanging out of the bottom of the shorts, and we'll sit there and work on post moves alone for fucking hours.
Post moves.
Post moves. Swear to God, post moves. Like turnaround jumpers and everything. He'll get the ball and go right back to the same spot and just work on that exact shot for like fucking days on end. And I'll just sit there, be like, just got getting shots up.
Yeah,
Just
like
got
that
getting shots up.
situation you described is almost the weirdest version of this situation, and I didn't even think it was that weird.
Not
No,
right in my head.
that's exactly why I brought it up, because
Yeah.
I'm just like, hey, he's just working on
It's
a
not
shot.
necessarily that it's weird.
Yeah.
It's if you were that guy, is it an awkward situation? You know what I mean?
I really
Like,
don't
would you
think it
feel
is.
awkward
But
doing
he
it?
he clearly doesn't give a shit, so why should I?
That's the one sport you can enjoy alone.
Yeah.
The-
I agree. In your
Absolutely, yeah.
in your driveway on your own hoop, I agree. But I think like if you're at a public court, especially if other people are trying to play,
I think I
we're in
see
a
that
large
all the
city.
time.
Who has their own hoop in a big city like this? It's always going to be
not
public.
necessarily city. I'm just saying in general.
If you're like preventing a group from playing because you're the only one alone, then yeah, like then you're just being a dick. But like, yeah, the act of doing it alone, I don't think is awkward.
Okay, KB.
I've done this before. I don't like sharing a hoop with other people because then it turns into a second task for all of you because you're going to have to get each other's rebounds. I don't know if that's awkward. It's more frustrating.
Mm-hmm.
The other one is,
The bar trivia.
hypothetically, I'd love to do that, but it would be more awkward. I'll go bar trivia.
2 for bar trivia. Nick.
I mean, that would be the most hated man in the bar. If he's
Yeah.
kicking your ass, he's real smug. He gets his free shot that he wins for beating you. He's like smirking.
Yeah.
Or she. He.
Yeah.
It's always 100%.
Yeah, it's bar trivia. That's a dickhead.
Walking out in the free T-shirt with the
just
bar
wants
brand
to-
on it.
Yeah, he just wants to show off how smart he is. That's a dickhead. I'll go that.
3 for the bar trivia, Cheah.
It's bar trivia. Going on and shoot a basketball by yourself or practice is the most normal thing because as soon as other people come and like KB said, like shoot on your hoop, like you figure out who's playing next and stuff like that. You just mold into a game. Like I spent outside of sleeping and going to school, I spent more time going to the park by myself to play basketball than anything as a teenager growing up.
Wow.
So
Have
we're
you
all,
played more alone basketball than team basketball?
Well, lone basketball turns into team
Well-
basketball because you get and as long as other people are there, like then a game forms.
But that's like you said, even if you was playing alone basketball, that's the one sport where it's
Yeah,
I would not turn my head.
I've spent
nobody.
Well,
Yeah.
okay, shooting indeed, but you also threw in practice. You would go practice,
that's the same
You're the
thing.
weirdo at the park working.
like doing drills and.
Oh yeah, do post moves, it's shoot threes, foul shots, everything. Baby
Yeah,
hooks.
I think that's all fine.
Yeah.
so we're all bar trivia right now.
Yeah, I'm sticking bar trivia. The only time that the shooting would get maybe slightly awkward is if there's another court playing a game and your rebounds keep bouncing onto their court. And you kind of have the half jog, like, sorry, boys, sorry. Like,
And they're really cool hoopsters, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I know what you mean by Pat.
I think I understand
That group of cool hoopsters.
Hoopsters, classic hoopsters.
I think it would also be awkward if you were in full uniform. That would
Yeah.
Like
be
that Michael Jordan
like
guy.
headband.
Yes.
or like,
You
a,
got the
like
shorts,
a full
sweatband.
LeBron uniform or something ridiculous like
Something
that.
ridiculous.
There was
yeah.
that full kit Michael Jordan guy that was at a pickup game. I remember that
Yes.
went viral back, and they and Michael Jordan like met him. Like it was crazy. Yeah. You're going bar trivia too. I'm assuming.
Easy bar trivia, yeah.
Bar trivia is going to move on. Now we have the 3 versus the 14. The 3 seed. This is from Nick, and I agree with it completely. Making content in public with people looking. So anytime you got to make anything in public with people looking. And in addition to this, because I'm just making this as a full content thing, making content in private, having to talk to yourself, do multiple takes. Worse. Yeah. Both very bad. Just making content in general, just sometimes it's very awkward. And that's going up against number 14 seed. Someone on Twitter submitted this one. Swinging on a swing set, just as a full-grown adult solo.
No, I'm okay with
I've
that.
done
I'm
this
okay with that.
constantly.
I did it recently too. Like,
Yeah.
You want to see how high you can get.
it's just like it was late. That was in the cabins. I was in the cabin area. They had one in the front.
It's a fun activity.
Hopped on.
It is
So easy and fun.
So you were in a dark, secluded, like in the camp, you're saying?
Yeah,
So would you do that at like your public park in Chicago at night?
I think an adult on a playground is a weird thing. If there's kids there.
Correct. Alone almost makes it better.
Yeah.
Well, I don't mean no one watching. Like someone has to be like, that's what makes it awkward is the fact that you know somebody can see you.
Yeah. It depends on
Yeah.
the type of park.
It really depends on whether or not there's kids there. If there's no
Yeah.
kids there, I don't even think it's awkward. If there are kids there, it's one of the most awkward things you could do.
I don't think it can be a playground that's attached to a school.
Oh God, no.
No.
So content versus swinging on a swing set as an adult, Robbie.
Maybe it's just like the barstool bias of working here, but even you just saying that like made me cringe. Like the first description
my
of
toes
having
are
to
curling.
having to film
Yeah, my
yourself
toes are
in
curling.
public. Like I always try to like pretend you're on FaceTime with someone or just wait till there's nobody behind you. The alone doing multiple takes doesn't bother me nearly as much as like, and this is different because I wouldn't be alone in this situation. But if I'm in like a room in my apartment alone and the fiance is out in the living room and she could sort of hear me during 8 takes.
I hate it.
Oh my God.
Here's like a muffled, "What's up, guys?"
Yes,
Like over
yes,
and over.
over and over. Like me walking out of that room afterwards,
Oh,
I
I've
feel
done-
like
yeah.
I just got like she just walked in on me like jerking off.
It's worse.
Yeah, I
it's
would
honestly
rather-
worse.
I'd rather
Yes.
that. I'd rather that.
Yes,
Like
it's
aggressively pounding my dick instead of hearing my girlfriend through the wall hearing one "What's up, you guys?"
Oh,
yeah,
intro
no.
always sounds unbelievably whacked.
Yes,
But
yes.
even if you know you're alone, you still have to hear it, and it like echoes in the emptiness of
Yeah.
your own, and you're just like beat red, and you're like,
It's
"I am
that.
s-
It's definitely that because October will be 8 years at Barstool for me. It has not even gotten a smidge easier. Not even a smidge easier in public. Not even a little bit.
I forget what I was talking to Nick about, but I think it might have been the hair transplant. Not that you need one, but it was something. I'm like, yeah, all we got to do is send out like a tweet or two, and we're getting basically free hair transplants. Kenjac's coming on that, and he's like, nope, wouldn't do it. Can't send out the tweet. And I'm like, and this is like 35 grand we're saving, mind you.
Yeah,
That's what it costs in the States. And he's like, nope, can't do it.
You'll never see me getting a free mover. I'll tell you that.
No, dude.
I'll
I
tell
did
you
that, dude. I did it. It was bad. It was bad. It was so hard.
No. The moving, that's the one where
You're
I
not
just
seeing me
stuck
do
it
it.
up.
I'm
I
not
stuck
doing
it
it.
up, and I'm
Yeah.
like, fucking just send it. Go. It makes my toes curl just thinking about it.
It's not that I think I'm above it either. I just can't do it. I just
Yeah.
can't
Dude,
picture myself.
The fact that I couldn't even come up like I was on the train when Kenjac texted me, asked me to do the bracket, and so I had all the time in the world to think about my 5 topics. This never even crossed my mind, and I think it's an argument to how hard I suppress ever doing.
Yes.
it. Like it is like the like you said with the moving thing. If you ever see me doing one, no, I got paid.
Yes.
Yes.
Like if I ever do one of these, no, I probably don't have to work again. Yeah. Like it's the worst thing imaginable, and it really is also alone. Like because we've started doing more like out of order stuff like in outside and things like that. I'm completely fine doing that as long as I'm not holding the camera, walking around talking to myself. I'm fine. Mm-hmm. The selfie video, it's hands down. If this doesn't win, I will be shocked.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I tried to do like one of the ones where it was like the TikTok filters where like the different pictures of Pokemon appear on your forehead, and I'm like blind ranking them. So like, all right, guys, blind ranking Pokemon. All right, Tentacruel. Ooh, I'm gonna put that at 4. I'm alone, and it's just I just end up deleting it because it's just, oh my god.
Dude, we did that UFC event or whatever where we went to like the bar and we watched the
that's
UFC
right.
event.
Yeah,
And they're like,
Sucker
okay,
Punch,
you guys need to make a video. And my fiance was there in the background, like me, Large, a couple other people made a video, and like, hey guys, come to the bar, blah blah blah. And Isabel just goes, I've never been less attractive to you in my entire
That is
life.
the ick.
Then when I watched that, you just do that.
Yeah. The hey guys voice.
Yeah, the hey guys voice
immediate
is
ick.
oh
Yeah.
Fights. I don't have to ask, but the content one.
It's content.
2 for the content. Cheah,
What was the second option outside of content?
swinging on the swing set.
Oh, swinging on the swing set with,
Yeah.
especially if there are kids there. If I'm there with my kids and there is an adult with no kids there, I have my phone app open and 9 and 1 have been pressed. So that's crazy. Like, yeah, no,
You're a solo content guy.
Yeah,
You don't have
you're
that.
built for that.
Yeah, Cheah's been silent.
You're
That's
built for that.
yeah, I don't care about that at all. I'm not embarrassed.
So 2 to 1.
He's
In-
impervious to mean internet assholes.
If you have thin walls and your neighbors here and you say "Welcome back, guys," that is so embarrassing.
Yeah.
Nick.
It's solo content. It's like it's our job, and I'm ashamed to do
I am
it.
mortified.
Oh,
KB.
Yeah, it's the selfie video in public, and you don't even have to be talking. If you're just holding a camera up to your face, passing people, it's the worst feeling.
that's horrible. Private is worse for me, I think.
It's never easy.
It's always awkward. Yeah.
I don't think I've ever done a take 2. I black it out and I'm like, whatever I just said is what I'm saying to everybody. Send.
Dude, for Black Friday, I did one where I like climbed down from like my ceiling.
Oh yeah,
And
I know.
I did that like 4 times, and I was just like, I was so embarrassed. Just being alone doing that.
It was a great video though.
No.
Wasn't that the one that was like an hour? Wasn't that the
No,
one?
that was another one that I did. Also alone, but that was in the office, and that was here in the office.
Was that
So
Bob,
people were,
Bob
like,
Marley?
walking
What
by.
was it?
I listened to Pink Floyd.
Pink Floyd.
That's right. Yeah.
So we're all content right now, Dave.
Content 100%. It's the most humiliating thing on earth.
Dude,
And when I send one, as soon as it uploads, I go to the 3 little dots and mute conversation.
Yeah.
I am off Twitter
And
for
then delete it
hours
from your
after that.
camera roll too. You got to
And-
delete
and
from the
you
camera
gotta
roll
get
you don't
rid of
want.
the
Yeah,
camera
yeah,
roll.
yeah.
Yep.
delete it immediately.
If you forget to delete one of those from the camera roll and you're scrolling through
And then-
the day,
Dude,
My camera roll is more than and I have kids that I take pictures of. My camera roll is more than 50% videos of me talking to my phone.
dude, even I did that stairs thing over the last week, and like,
yeah.
the only reason I wasn't depressed as fuck
all
doing
Cheah's
it,
face.
it's all Cheah's face, yeah. The only reason I wasn't like totally ashamed is because I was so exhausted. Like if I had to like stop and think for 2 seconds, I would have been mortified. But anyway, content is going to move on. Now we have the 7 seed versus the 10 seed. The 7 seed is going to mini golf solo.
Ooh.
I don't think I've ever done that. I don't think I ever
I never
could.
did that.
And that's going up its number 10 seed, going to an amusement park solo, which is another.
Ooh.
I can't even picture it. Let's start with you, Dave.
Mini golf.
Mini golf over
Thanks.
amusement parks.
I mean, if you do both, you're probably some sort of pervert. But mini golf, that's like at least you're getting some thrills out of the giant drop or whatever your ride you're going on. At mini golf, you're out for you're committing felonies that night.
So one for the mini golf, KB.
Mini golf, you can kind of breeze through alone, but at a theme park, you got to like share a roller coaster cart. You got to wait in line amongst a bunch of kids.
You got to get there. Mini golf can be plopped down
yeah,
in the middle of anywhere.
Yeah.
yeah. It's a theme park.
1-1 right now. Nick?
Yeah, theme park's a whole day. Like if I was with Kyle and he was like, "Hey, I have a dentist appointment, but it's right across the street from this mini golf," I'd be like, "All right, I'll go play around while you get filled." And like I think I would be perfect. I would not bat an eye.
Yeah.
Amusement park, they're in the middle of nowhere. You gotta get up there. You're spending it's way bigger expense. And then you're always just gonna be like everybody else is with a group and they want to sit next to their friends. They see somebody just sitting waiting for a partner.
That's that's exactly what I was going to say. You're
gonna see the
I
look
got an
of
open seat
dread.
over here. Got one over here.
All right, I'll sit next to this guy.
It's like
Are you going to put your hands up? Yeah, amusement park.
Amusement park, Jay?
I actually think it's mini golf because you're waiting like behind kids usually, or there's kids going to be in front or in back of you. But the fact that you're going to get called out every time for logistical purposes for like a roller coaster or whatever, that you're by yourself, that makes it worse. So I'd say amusement park.
Another for amusement park fights.
I'm probably going to go amusement park, but I've played a weird amount of mini golf lately. By that, I mean like I've played 3 times probably in the last year. And I've never played alone.
Kind of way too much, yeah.
I went to the Cape for Memorial Day weekend, and that like me and a buddy went in the morning, just like hungover, and that sucks. No matter who you're with, it's awkward because kind of like Cheah said, you end up behind kids, and you're just like, well, I can't fucking ask him to play through, so you kind of just stand there.
That's weird.
But in New York, and I think it's like in all cities now, it's like a mini golf's like having a thing where they're
In the city?
They're like clubs, like they have like
yeah.
bars and shit like that, and they all fucking suck.
Oh, they do? Sounds sick. Your description sounded awesome.
They're all. I guarantee everyone who ever goes will go once and never go back. and
yeah, we
all,
went to one in New York.
It was definitely a one-off
yeah,
experience.
they'll all
Wasn't
be
fun.
out of business in 5 years. There's tons of them. They must have a ton of funding because they're in great buildings and great locations. But there's no way that lasts because it sucks.
So
I don't get why people want to do any sort of activity when you're drinking. You know what I want to do when I'm drinking?
I kind of agree with you.
I want to drink.
Yeah.
I don't want to throw this bag into that hole. I don't want
I
to
hate
take
that
this
phrase.
stick and hit another ball. I don't want to putt. I want to sit there and drink my fucking face off.
Yeah.
Don't ask me to play beer.
I don't want to play jumbo cornhole or
I don't want to play
Throwing
Jenga.
axe.
at a
Connect
bar.
Four.
Why
Jumbo
did everything become
Jenga's the
jumbo?
worst.
jumbo shit
The
sucks.
fucking jumbo beer pong.
Connect
Oh,
Four.
Garbage
Jumbo
cans.
Jenga. Every time it falls, it sounds like the building is falling.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds like 9/11.
There's that one next door in Pioneers in that bar near our building. It's just the
Indoor
worst.
giant Jenga is
Yeah.
absurd.
It blows out your eardrums.
Yeah, it sounds like when like a toilet top like closes in like a bathroom in a public stall where it just blows out the entire room. You know what I mean? So all amusement park right now, Robbie.
Amusement park. Easy for me because mini golf, you got to talk to one guy at the beginning of it and be like, yeah, just one putter. But amusement park, literally every ride you go on, they're going to say how many. And they're going to just go one.
The putter guy asks you what color, and you're like, I guess I don't care. He brings you out red. You're like, actually, I don't know. Blue would be cool.
I'm a blue.
Yeah, that always happens.
Now that I see it, I'm more of a blue guy, I think.
And then you bring your ticket back to him at the end. You're like, I actually aced the 18th.
I think that means free game.
I'm going one more time, buddy.
I'll take the green stick this time.
Jesus Christ. So the amusement park's going to move on. Now we have our second chain game, which starts with blind ranking WWE superstars
What
with
the
a
fuck?
TikTok filter while you're taking a shit.
The fuck? Did
Yeah, I
Brandon
did
do that?
Yeah.
No, that was me.
Oh,
I've
you.
done these blind.
Yeah, I pretend like I'm a big TikToker.
Yeah.
And I never post them, but any filter I'll do.
You just do them and then while you're down in the toilet and you just build them
Taking a
blind
shit, and I'm
rank.
just like, Edge, it pains me, I'm putting him at 3. But I'll be like doing those, and I've never posted one. I'm always shitting, and it's just like, it's fun. I'm role-playing being a content creator, even though that's what I do.
Dude, you should start posting them to a private account, and then one day, like 10 years from now, you just
Yeah.
make it public, and there's 10 years worth of insane content.
You see me aging.
Yeah.
Ranking WWE superstars.
Yes.
Celebrating a holiday, particularly Christmas or a birthday, alone. Awkward. That was yours, Fights?
Yes.
Specifically celebrating, yeah.
Yes.
Like, I'm going to buy myself a cake.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
service
because
for
obviously there are people who just don't have people,
Yeah.
and that's
Yeah.
sad. But there's some people like, I just like doing my day alone.
Yeah.
That's fucking weird.
Yes.
Indoor trampoline park alone. That's when it's scary.
Who did that?
That's weird.
You did that?
No, who did that? 'Cause
No.
There's an indoor.
There's one right next door to
like
me.
don't think
a
any-
block or two away. I figured that's why I was submitted.
If you say "we" every time you go up, that would be pretty funny.
I like this one too. Buying presents for kids, you always have to say who is for at the register to make sure you don't end up on the list. I do when I'm like I had to get a gift for like my niece, and like I was in the Disney section, and like being in the Disney section, like walking around as an adult male is just miserable.
It's weird.
You do always have to say, just like, yeah, niece's birthday.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's turning 10.
This ain't
yeah.
for me.
And the employee's like, I've heard that a million times.
Yeah. I don't care.
This one I don't totally agree with, but a lot of people submitted with weddings. I think like maybe if you're like invited and you don't know anyone at your table or anything like that, and you're alone, sure. But I don't think necessarily it could be. Is that awkward? Corn mazes, which was the kind of inspiration for this, doing a corn maze solo is just fucking bizarro. And then going back to your high school for any reason, having to go back to your high school after graduation, if you have to go and you don't know anyone there and like you're just a full-grown adult, it's weird. So we'll start with you, Robbie. Blind ranking the WWE superstars, celebrating a holiday, indoor trampoline park, buying presents for kids, weddings, corn maze, going back to high school.
I might go with the going back to high school one because this happened incredibly often in my high school. Like, people from the ages of 22 to 35 would just come back to say what's up to their old teachers, and they would always like slum it with the kids, and the kids would always think they're so fucking cool, especially if they're in their like mid-20s. All the girls and guys would be like, you know, for the opposite sex would be losing it. They would be the most average looking person in the world. People would be like, oh my God, you see that hot 22-year-old walking around? And every time I would think in my mind, like, this is the most awkward loser shit of all time. The second I graduate, I will never think of another teacher's name in my life. I will never visit anyone. So I think it's that. I think that's so awkward to be like, I'm going to go back to Richfield Park High School and visit my teacher.
They would do this during school hours
Yes.
for no reason in particular.
Yeah,
Yes.
that happened to us.
Yes.
You guys
So
went to a
awkward.
bigger high school, right?
I don't think
guess.
I've
Get a job.
experienced- That's so weird.
Yeah.
That's now. So I was gonna defend it because my high school, like the year or two after you graduate, you go back. But like I didn't go to a public school, so like you go back and like you're still the whole school's like 100, 300 people, and like a lot of your friends are younger. Like it wasn't that weird. It happened with kids older than me. I did it probably like you go back like 2 times for a football game or something like that. It wasn't during school hours or anything like that.
Oh, I'm talking like first period.
No.
Oh my
no,
God,
no,
9 a.m.
No.
Yeah.
That
How
would
do you
be-
get in?
Because
I don't
because the
think
school
you
would
can-
welcome them. They'd be like, "Oh,
Yeah.
Christine, come here! Oh my God, you've gotten so big!" You know, like
Yeah.
it becomes that vibe immediately. and
It
it's
was
just like,
very
what are we
normalized.
talking about right now?
Oh, it should not be allowed in.
Yeah.
So
I
you're
thought you guys were talking about like wearing your letter jacket to a Friday night football game or something.
No, that's
which I
bad too.
think
But
this is like that's watch list shit.
and I'm telling you, like
you guys
this
are
happened dozens of times in my 4 years of high school. Dozens.
Really?
Yeah, as many as oysters as fucking Dave ate. This happened.
Wait, are you kidding me? Dave had a lot of oysters.
a ton of oysters.
I'm talking like
pounded
half a dozen
a
times at
little
least.
over 5.
He housed them. Fights.
I I think you guys
guess-
misheard me, by the way. I said house dozens.
Oh, I thought you said half a dozen for sure.
I said
I thought you
house
said half a dozen.
dozens.
Well, it's been recorded. We could figure it out.
We'll go back.
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know
We'll check the
about that.
tape later.
I didn't know what you were talking about for something. Like I think I said house dozens because that's what I was trying to say. But we can go back.
I'm gonna go with. I guess it's the one that brought us here, right? Maze.
That's a good one too.
Maze, the corn maze. One for the corn maze. Jay.
Corn maze as well.
It is a goofy visual. Nick.
It depends on the speed of which the mazer is going through. If they're sprinting, I'm like, that guy's trying to beat a record. But if he's like really slowly waltzing, that's a rapist. Yeah. There's no in between. What were
He
the
will rape you like
Jesus Christ?
right.
What the fuck? That just hit harsh when you said it.
It sounded so
Yeah.
much worse.
Yeah. You shouldn't say it.
Don't say that word.
I can get
breathe.
even worse if you want.
No, please don't.
So Nick,
me-
you want the
Oh,
options
run me-
again? Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Blind Breaking the Superstars, celebrating a holiday, indoor trampoline park, which is also very funny. Buying presents for kids, weddings, corn maze, going back to high school.
Holiday alone is just sad. My mom worked at the high school, and when I came back from college, I would like bring her lunches. She would ask me to bring her lunch, and I would gladly. But then I felt really weird up there. It felt uncomfortable. You had to sign in. You had to get your picture taken. You had a name tag.
Oh.
Bad. Didn't like it. Going high school.
Going back to high school, KB.
It's high school by far. Like if I had, I would not be able to step foot in those doors.
What happens when they put you in the Hall of Fame?
Ooh.
I got that.
Oh,
Well, they did, and I denied it.
Really? Oh, that's kind of cool.
Did
baller.
Just because I didn't like. They were like, "Yeah, you just have to go to the football game." I'm like, no.
You're in the Hall of Fame of your high school
Damn.
for baseball? No way.
Not the Hall of Fame.
Okay.
Oh,
okay.
wait.
Oh, no. So
I got my
no.
picture on the wall though for all conference, and that's like there's
That's the same.
Is that still up?
yeah,
Okay.
I don't know if
just
that's
a little like 8x12 picture. They put up all
We
conference.
should go visit it.
back to like
Yeah.
92.
You should go
whenever
visit it.
started.
So
No, that'd
you
be
you
really
that, you
weird.
really
That'd be
you
really
really
weird.
tried to steal valor there.
yeah, that
He
was
did.
stolen
He did.
valor.
He did.
Yeah.
I know, I did.
What are you going for?
It's absolute high school. Like you guys say, I would not step foot in that high school again, unless you paid me like a hefty sum.
What if they?
Awkward.
What if they said give the commencement speech at graduation?
No,
Wow.
no.
No.
This whole conversation makes me wonder if I'm a huge loser or if like my high school just had a very different experience.
Well, you're private, right? I think we were all
Private's got to be different. I would
Yeah.
assume.
Yeah.
Public is a slightly different vibe.
I mean, it's a real toss up. It could be just I'm a huge loser.
Maybe.
Combo both.
Was high school good for you? Look at all of us. Do you think
Yeah,
high
did
school
you
was
like
good for
high
us?
Yeah. Good question.
High school was fine. I wouldn't say it was good. It was
Then,
fine.
then it was much better than our experience. I think I speak for the room when I say that.
What do you mean you didn't like high school, Bob?
Time of our lives.
Did you use all of your absent days every year and have your mom have to go in and be like, listen, I know we used 5 more than he was afforded, but you got to put him in the next grade?
Honestly, yeah, probably.
All right,
That
all right.
one probably happened.
That
I
was
don't
pretty
think we
similar.
even had absent
That's because he was
days.
cutting school, though. They had to go
I
hang
think
out
we
with his
got
friends.
15 per year, and I used at least 20.
I did have my mom have to call about it was tardiness though. I was like, can you just call? I'm like 20 minutes late again.
So the high school one's going to move on. That's going up. It's a number 2 seed. Having to go to, or not having, but going to a kid's movie alone as an adult.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I've had to do that a few times for
Definitely
LCB.
reviewing
Not
movies, yeah.
bad news. So we'll start with you, Dave.
Yeah, that's pretty fucking awkward. What was the second one though?
Going back to high school.
No. It's high school. High school, I think I will march this through to the championship round, and probably that's the most awkward thing you can do.
So 1 for high school, KB.
Yeah, high school.
2 for high school, the
Yeah,
Hall of
I
Fame
didn't-
denier.
Yeah.
That's kind of funny. Nick.
Kids movie alone, like a lot of kids movies are like Sonic, right? That's a kids movie, but there's probably there's a lot of adult Sonic fans. I don't think pedophile. I think more shooter if somebody's in a movie alone.
Okay.
And they ruin my movie experience because I'm always watching them. If a guy
Yo.
walks in alone, I'm watching him more than the movie.
With a backpack,
Are you
especially.
also armed?
Oh.
Mission Impossible, the fucking new
You
one.
should
Was
have
it Dead
to.
Reckoning?
Yeah,
Dead
Dead
Reckoning?
Yeah.
Guy sat next to me, probably 5 seats away. It It was a middle of the day movie
Matinee.
on the day before Dave bought the company back. So I was getting calls in between it, like trying to go up. But I'm sitting there watching this guy. He was fully sitting military style, like hands on his knees, chest like this, backpack on. And for some reason, I would not leave the movie. I was like, this guy's 100% shooting this movie up.
Yeah, you leave that movie.
And I stayed the whole time.
Dude, I've had to go to movies like late in the city, and I'm going straight home, so I have to bring my backpack. And I'm like, I walk into a movie theater with a backpack. I'm like, I ruined the movie for so many people.
A lot of people.
I can enjoy it, but like nobody sitting next to me can.
I'm glad you're aware of what you're doing.
Very aware, yeah.
But you at least
think-
take it off your back, right?
Of course, yeah.
Can we sell in the Barstool shirt like the solo movie T-shirt that says like I don't have a gun?
raises way
If
more
someone
questions than
walked in-
answers.
If someone walked into a movie theater with a big ass, like we called them freshman backpacks in
Yeah.
high school,
Yeah.
freshman backpack, and was wearing that shirt, I'd be like, you know what? I'd be like, I believe him, yo. I don't know.
I would believe him.
I believe him.
Why did you add a yo to the end of that?
Yeah.
Yo, I
Okay.
believe him.
Yeah, yo is from Half Baked.
I said, I believe him, yo. I don't know why, but I do.
He's trying to be like,
that whole thing.
That
okay.
line is from Half.
I apologize.
There you go.
Certainly
Okay,
no
it's a
sin
quote.
for half baked.
Yeah, I think I would feel way more comforted if that person was like, "Yeah, I know I'm alone in this movie. I promise you, I don't have a gun." Just on a T-shirt.
Yeah.
you think that
And
person
I'd be
gets stopped by cops if you're wearing a shirt that says, I don't have a gun?
No.
No.
No, I think that would be
Does
the
it have
opposite. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
if you should have had a shirt that said I have a gun.
Bro, you can walk around holding a gun and the cops don't stop
Also
you.
true. Also
Yeah,
true.
you see that guy's got a gun.
Also true.
No, his shirt says otherwise. He's fine.
So we're 2 for the high school right now. KB or Nick
I'm going movie. I'm going movie.
going for the movie. Che?
Also a movie. As dad of like 2 young kids, I see a lot of like bad young kid movies. If I saw an adult by themselves at Kung Fu Panda 4 or My Penguin Friend, I would have some serious questions and issues with that person.
Very fair.
Would you like chest up to him?
With my kids,
Yeah.
no. But I would be 100%. They'd
You
be
go
on
up
my
to him
radar
like
whole movie.
the pedophile videos where people are like,
Being-
"Why are you here, bro? What were you gonna do here? What were you planning to do with Mr. Penguin Friend?" Get a camera in their
Pedophile
face.
hunting videos
I
have
just start
turned.
slapping him.
They've
Hit him with a
Pedophile
pie,
videos have
a shaving
turned
cream
like-
pie.
It's pedophile hunting videos have turned into beating up guys with severe autism.
Yes.
severe,
Yeah.
severe autism.
They're very uncomfortable.
Yeah. Fights.
It's a movie, no brainer. I don't like kids movies, so I've basically never seen them. But if I had to go, it would be awful.
3 for the kids movie, 2 for high school.
What Cheah said is interesting to me because I was gonna go with high school because I feel like a lot of the like kids movies nowadays are pretty good, like at least good enough where Super
So many bad
Mario
ones.
or like there's like
Pixar,
any of the Pixar ones are good enough where like I saw Coco alone and that was weird. I snuck a bunch of General Tso's into the theater.
This is a real high school wasn't great for me take.
Yeah.
General Tso's in the theater.
General Tso's in
Wild
Bro,
Jesus.
an entire like the entire plastic carton of it. I had it in a big hoodie pocket. It was great. I'll never forget that moment.
Was Jeff once brought
Was it the AMC on 68th?
No, it's Kips Bay AMC.
That one has
Great
no
one.
rules.
I
That
used
one
to
has
live by
no
that.
rules.
Yeah, I used to live right near there.
too. That's where I helped put MoviePass out of business.
Yeah.
I did too. I did too.
I would go to that movie theater
Yes, you
7
guys did
times
your
a
part.
week.
Yeah, we did.
Me and Jeff once brought a rotisserie chicken into the 68th Street Theater.
Oh,
Stuck
wow.
it in the backpack.
God.
Yeah. That
So
was-
I would go with high school because I feel like a lot like if I've ever gone to like an animated movie alone, I feel like it's always like a Disney Pixar and it's always like a good movie where like I feel like there are adults there.
But those are like movies with adult themes that they're cartoons and
If you're seeing the Paw Patrol movie where they're
yeah,
True.
an adult,
Wait, if,
that's
like,
different.
there's nothing
True.
they're taking from that.
So,
like
but,
Toy
okay,
Story's
so
not a kids movie.
but it is.
It is. It's just a really good
Kids
kids
can
movie.
see it, but that's a
No,
movie.
no,
that,
You have a flip.
It's a kids
Adults
movie.
can see
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
But
yeah.
I was gonna say if Pixar movies don't count as kids movies, then what the fuck's
there's
a kids
no
movie?
kids
The
movies.
Pixar
then.
movies are
A
kids.
Paw Patrol movie. I don't know if there is
There are-
one.
there's
So
That's
there's
like a
one
baby
kid
movie. That's like a
movie.
toddler movie.
There's
Yeah.
levels to this. There's definitely levels to
Yeah.
this. I think you guys are right. Like Pixar is definitely more on the weird border gray area
Yeah.
than a
No,
Paw
no,
Patrol.
it is still
No, it's-
the-
No.
the
I mean,
general
as far,
audience
I,
is
don't,
kids.
I don't mean as far as kids movie. I mean as far as acceptability as
Adults
being there
enjoy them.
alone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, they're totally different thing. So it's tied up 3-3. I would go for the high school just because there's gray areas for the kids movie thing. The high school thing, if you're there as an adult and you're not a teacher, that's just fucking.
What about like re-releases? Like it's a nostalgic movie for you, and it came out when you were 10. and they're re-releasing it, you go
Like if they
alone.
did the Lion King
That's
re-release.
exactly what came to the head. Yeah,
Yeah, I don't think that would be that weird.
I don't think that'd be Bizarro.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah, I'd be more shocked if I was like taking my kid to high school and there was just like a 30-year-old man coming in, like, yeah, just came out to say hi to everybody. I'd
Yeah.
be way
Yeah.
more.
I got my license. Any of you guys do?
Yeah, exactly. But I'd
Anybody
go
want
for that.
beer? If you're
I'll
going,
buy it.
if you're going, if you're going to a movie alone, just do your part to look normal.
Yes,
correct.
Yeah, agreed. Wear deodorant.
Yeah.
Do the
Just
whole
wear
part.
like normal.
brought General Tso's chicken.
Yeah, that's
a treat
yeah,
for the
that
whole
smells
audience.
good. Yeah, I made that place
That's
smell
a treat
great.
for the audience. That's everybody like
Yeah,
that.
I brought General Tso's. Yeah, it wasn't. Yeah,
When I
that was
met-
as adventurous as I got with the sneaking food in, though.
Do you remember when we were at Deadpool 2 screening
Oh,
and that guy
yes.
next to me?
He shit himself.
He shit himself maybe 5 minutes into the movie. He's a very
Oh
old,
my God.
very old man. He shit himself into his diaper, and every time he would like rustle,
He rustled a lot, and every time he rustled, we knew.
a wave of shit would air would
me,
come out.
Jeff, and Kenjac, all three of us were giving each other looks like,
Yo,
are we
you
going to
leave the
leave or are we
movie,
going to
guys.
stay? It was a
You guys are the
screener.
weird
It was a
ones.
screener.
Deadpool 2.
It was a screener. It was a screener.
Leave the movie.
We were like, we want to see it before it comes out, you know?
Yeah.
Why? I mean, that's the sign of a true fucking nerd.
Yeah.
The high school experience. Wasn't great for me, Nick.
So the high school kids gonna move on. We have playoff matchups. First being sporting event versus concerts. Kind of similar. You got to bounce. We're gonna get Meek in here as soon as we can, and if he's around. So sporting events versus concerts.
Later, boys.
Let's start with
if
you,
Feits-
Robbie.
I'm going to go sporting event. Oh, it's interesting because I feel like a sporting event is easier to just make friends, I guess, with the people around you. But concert, you can blend in way more. It's dark. People aren't talking anyway. There's no commercial break during a concert where people turn to each other and recap what they just saw. Yeah, I would go with sporting events more awkward. I've probably been to like 30 concerts alone,
Yeah.
which is super normal for me at this point. I really enjoy it. I
Which
think
one
it's
was the
great.
most awkward?
A couple all-time low concerts because I know like their whole like crew at this point. I'm like friends with them. So if I go there alone, there are some moments where it's like, all right, they all have to go to work, and then I'm fucking standing there against the wall with my hands in my pocket, like, yeah.
Right,
So
here I
that's a
am.
little awkward.
So one for the sporting event. So Meek joins us. Livy
What's
Dunn's
up, Phil?
new suitor, potentially?
No.
No. Okay,
Suti,
fair enough.
She's suiting him.
Yeah, she's correct.
I'm a Paul Skeens fan.
Paul, so, okay, good. So we're clear. Just so
Okay.
we're all safe.
Stand down, Paul.
So which one of these activities is more awkward to do as an adult alone? Going to a sporting event or going to a concert?
Concert.
Concert for sure, no doubter.
Easily concert.
Well, no,
Because
don't
you've been
think-
to sporting events alone?
I think you can go to a baseball game alone. And
We said
just
baseball's
said
okay.
baseball's the
Baseball's the
easiest.
most normal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what about football?
I've never been to a football game alone, so I don't know.
Would you be more like apprehensive about doing it because it's more awkward?
If thing is,
If you had one ticket to see your favorite team,
Go see the
well,
Jets.
I wouldn't go to
Or
MetLife
Giants.
because that just place is a hellhole.
true.
But like a normal football game, if I had one ticket, I think you could just blend in with fans and just normal. Because the thing is, if you're a football fan, you're sports fans, you're all the same people.
that's what I was saying. Common interest, easy to.
Yeah.
You're all
That's the
rooting
same
for the
exact
same
thing as
thing.
concerts.
Exactly.
True.
You're there for.
But at concerts, you're not talking like that.
variety of people at concerts.
So we're 1-1 right now. Cheah?
Concerts.
Concerts, yeah, you're gonna be a sporting guy through and through, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Nick?
There's no real downtime at concerts. You go in, you'll go to the bar, grab a drink, you sing the songs. There's no time to talk. Like there's inning breaks, there's halftime at football games. Like, I mean, I guess you just be on your phone, but it's
phone, yeah.
it's kind of just sad. I mean, the only interaction you get with people is a high five if something good happens.
Yeah.
Hey, those are memorable high fives of random strangers after players hit home runs.
A
The only
stranger high
time
five
peop-
is
the-
nice.
The only time people talk to you is like, "Hey, can you scoot down one so I can sit next to my friend?"
Oh.
Yeah, okay. It's sporting events.
2-2 right now, KB.
Yeah, I think sporting events is lamer alone, but if you're like confined to an arena or stadium seat, like there's no obligation to interact with anyone. You can just watch. And if you're a super fan of a team, like, yeah, I think that's all right. So I would feel less awkward doing the sporting event.
Less awkward during the sporting event, so concerts are more awkward. 3-2 right now. Dave.
Cheah and Nick Turani just ran out of the room like something bad happened.
Well, maybe something bad did happen.
This is very hard for me. Like, I'm trying to put myself in all these situations. I'm thinking if I'm at like a Grateful Dead concert, I think that would be very easy because everyone there is just passing joints around and like having an awesome time. Everybody's friends at a concert like that. A Slipknot concert, I don't know if I'd want to be in that mosh pit without some backup, you know? I think gun to head, I'm going to say concert.
That means
Like baseball, I could go to a baseball game alone.
What would you rather be on the other side of? Like, if I'm at a concert with my friend group, I wouldn't want any dude. Like, I don't care how nice he seems. I don't want him in my group.
You're right. I would be like, who is
Just,
this guy?
I don't. You're probably nice, but away.
Away from me. All right, yeah.
all right. So, wait, so you're gonna go off concerts to sporting events?
I think I'm gonna go concerts is worse.
Yeah. So we're all concerts is gonna win, and I would agree. And I also think that it's kind of similar to the sports thing, where it would be different to sport. Like concert to concert. I think you're right. Like if you were at
Yeah, that's true.
if you
That's definitely true.
It really depends on the band. Next matchup is playing frisbee at the park alone, going up against going to a comedy show alone. Dave.
Comedy show. I think this might be my number one actually out of everything we talked about. I know I've said that already, but comedy show. You're a target for the comedian or comedian.
Yeah, comedians. Comedian.
Like Canadian?
Yeah, and
You should try to say like a female comedian. Yeah.
Gotcha.
and it's like, why would you want to laugh alone? Like if I'm alone, I don't ever want to laugh at anything.
That's
I want to
weird.
just sit there and like.
You would never watch a comedy movie
weird
alone?
take.
You never watch a stand-up
No,
special alone?
I don't know. I'm joking around right now. Like
sorry.
I want there to be like fun energy,
communal
around
laughter,
me.
yeah.
Yeah, all
Yeah,
right.
exactly. I don't want to laugh alone at a comedy show. Like Steven said. Like, how are you gonna? Oh, that joke was hilarious. Who are you gonna talk about that with?
I was thinking about it before the other day. Like, what do you think the percentage is like higher that you would laugh at something funny that happened when there's someone else around versus alone? I think the
It's
percentage
way
goes
higher.
up. Percentage goes up like
50%?
3,000%.
Tons, yeah.
Totally,
Tons, yeah.
totally.
Yeah. Like if I see
Totally.
something, it could be like one of the funniest things I've ever seen in my life. If it happened right in front of me, I probably would give it like, But if it's someone mid-level funny happened with somebody next to me,
Yeah.
I'd be bawling my eyes out laughing. I don't know why it is. It's a weird like human thing. KB.
It's infection.
Comedy versus what?
Frisbee in the park alone. The guy throwing and catching himself.
It's still. I mean, I know it's ridiculous, but it's still that. Like that's what I would feel way more awkward doing.
One for the Frisbee, Nick, versus the comedy show.
Can you do me a favor, Kenjac? Can you and Phil go to Central Park tomorrow? And I need you to zoom in from really far away and like caption it like this dude playing frisbee alone? Question mark.
Please do that.
Yeah,
That is a funny
We
idea.
could do that.
That is a funny idea.
If you promise me you do that, I'll vote for it because it's never happened before. I need it to happen.
Yeah, just have Phil do it in the park. Yeah,
For like
Yeah.
30 seconds,
great.
just throwing a
Yeah.
frisbee back and forth or
I
trying
would-
to catch
no,
his
no,
own
no.
throw.
Put out like a 5-minute video.
Yeah. No, like have you ever seen like those machines that dogs can play fetch with themselves? It'll be kind of like that. You're just throwing the frisbee, letting it fall, and chasing it, and
chasing
throwing
it to catch
again.
it. We could definitely do that. We are 2-1 in favor of Frisbee right now.
That would be a good workout because
Yes.
throwing a frisbee far as fuck is a thrill, and then you get to run to it.
What about
heave
frolfing?
again?
Eve again.
Alone.
It's like
That's
sled
fine.
riding.
Yeah,
That's fine.
I've never frolfed.
Che.
They dislike the term frolf, don't they?
Disc
golf.
No, okay.
Um,
Never gone disking before.
yeah, it is absurd, but it's got to be the frisbee alone. That's a day stopper.
3 for the Frisbee. Meekville.
Frisbee.
Frisbee.
Frisbee. Frisbee is something that, even if we didn't have this conversation and someone was doing that alone at Central Park, you may take your phone out and take a video.
I would take it out
I will-
immediately.
You
I
know.
will be looking for this for the rest of my life now.
Yeah.
Like because of this conversation.
luck, buddy.
Yeah.
Well, it's my white whale.
There it is. Okay.
So Frisbee versus going to a concert alone. Bob Fox to go to the finals.
Frisbee. Easy Frisbee. This should be a sweep, in my opinion.
Easy.
Easy Frisbee.
Easy, Che.
Easy frisbee.
Frisbee. We're all Frisbee across the board.
Sweep.
There's no one in human history to ever do that.
Yeah. So we're all Frisbees in the finals right now. Now we have doing content by yourself versus soloing bar trivia. Starting with you, Dave.
These are probably my 1 and 2.
Yeah, these are good.
It's a
It's
tough
content
matchup.
alone because it's not awkward. There's no awkwardness about this. You're just like, this guy's a fucking douche.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, one's less
Yeah.
awkward and more just douchey.
Yeah, I don't think there's any awkwardness at all with that. I'd be like, this guy's just a fucking asshole.
Wait, so
This
okay.
guy stinks.
I guess there can be a situation where it's all like if you truly
No.
like if you're not trying to be a dick about it, but you're just like I have no friends and like I want to like go out to the bar trivia or whatever. It's like almost like sad awkward.
I see at that point, real talk, I would extend an olive branch and be like, hey, good job, man. You want to get a beer? Like, I would feel bad.
Yeah, I would,
Yeah.
I would
invite him-
invite to table.
Yeah, to the group.
Yeah.
Right.
Let's get this guy on our team. Yeah, you'd
But if
be
it's clear he's there just to fucking win a trivia match, like,
douchey.
What if he
Yeah.
was like lying? Like, do you remember that Impractical Joker's punishment where Sal just kept having to say bingo? Like,
Yeah,
this guy
it's
just keeps
brutal.
lying on his sheet like
a
that.
good
He's
one.
you're just looking it up and cheating. Like,
Yeah.
just
Wait,
constant-
wait. We should send somebody to go do bar trivia alone and obviously cheat.
Yes, yes,
yeah.
So painful.
yes.
Yeah, that would be.
like the Google Glass.
Oh my
Glasses.
god.
Dude,
yeah,
not even just like blatantly like looking to
Yeah,
his side on his phone and
blatantly
cheating.
on
your-
Like,
Yeah.
holy shit.
Oh,
So
man, Jeff D. Lowe would have a stroke seeing that.
he would not have a fun time with that. KB.
Trivia. Oh, if it's filming content alone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And rightfully so.
Yeah. You should
You
be
are
ashamed.
you are a. What's the word?
Loser.
I don't know if it's
That's a good one for it.
shameless, maybe. Like I don't know.
Shameless.
Yeah.
Doing it in private is embarrassing.
Even
At
if
least
I-
you're self-aware that you're feeling shame.
Right.
In public,
But if I saw someone like doing it really well and confidently, I would still hate that.
Yeah, even a famous person who's like super successful
Yeah.
who does
That would
public
bother me
videos.
even
like,
more.
I mean,
yeah.
so what if you see someone, just doing walking down the street in public with a phone out,
Yeah.
doing content,
about
just
talking about
get-
bets.
Thinking
talking
it
about
is.
bets? I don't find that awkward.
Yeah, that would be very normal.
See, how about this, though? You just brought up a good point, Kyle. If they're clearly struggling and clearly awkward and clearly uncomfortable, that would almost make me more comfortable knowing that they're
Sure.
like facing the same struggle that I've had to face for a long time.
Yeah, I'd feel less.
it would ruin my day. seeing
It's the
it.
most embarrassing.
Like, Dave, if I was seated next, if I saw you in a restaurant solo with your tripod and your ring light filming a mukbang,
Yeah, yeah.
just really brutal. It's just like when you're doing it alone, talking to yourself is one thing, but like changing the inflection of your voice.
Yeah.
I got Kelsey Plum over 3.5.
I'm not kidding.
And then you watch it back, and the worst part is, a part of you wants you to look cute. So you have to,
Damn it.
Oh, God damn it. My hair's sticking out of my hat.
you got to redo it,
Yeah.
and then you're trying to decide which one you look cuter in.
Yep.
Yeah.
When you fix your skin angle.
Gotta get natural light on the eye.
Oh,
Shit.
yeah.
I love that you brought in a real WNBA prep that I have that.
So you're going with content as well,
You
Nick.
have to, man.
Cheah.
I filmed. I was on vacation with my family for 30 hours, or no, 36 hours, and I filmed several minutes of. I broke off from them. I said, "Leave me alone for 2 minutes at a time. I have to eat this piece of caramel." So I have no shame in doing any of that. So the
See,
other
I have so much shame in doing it that my toes are curling in my shoes and my skin. I got like the heat.
Same. This conversation makes
about
me
it.
uncomfortable. Yeah.
It makes me uncomfortable.
Yes.
I'm uncomfortable talking about
Yeah.
it. It is just far and away.
So
It's like having the sex talk with your parents.
And I
Yeah.
feel like so many people
love it.
make stuff now where it's like relatable to like people are like, yeah, that is.
I
Maybe
hope
it's just-
so. I
maybe
hope
we're-
this is relatable to people listening. People listen. Some people
I'm
might be like,
saying-
I don't feel myself like a douche. So no, yeah.
Also, I have gotten to the point where if I see someone doing it, be like, kids these days,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
like can't put the fucking phone down. Like I have that.
Or the
thought
same.
run.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I do it.
for a
my
job. It's 3-1 in favor of content. Phil.
What was the other one?
Bar trivia.
I'll go bar trivia because I don't think the content is awkward.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen much Phil
Yeah,
solo
do you do
content.
this?
I don't, but I don't. If I see someone else doing it, I don't think it's awkward. That's all.
But would you feel awkward? Go do it.
How old are you, Phil?
In public,
do it in
like
the
filming
hallway.
filming yourself in public.
Yeah.
Do you feel
I
awkward?
bet you younger people, everybody makes stuff now. So I bet you
Yeah.
younger
Yeah, that
kids,
is
there's
true.
no shame.
Yeah, I mean,
But like, I'm 32. If like I'm around people my age doing this, they're gonna think I'm dumb. I'm embarrassed.
Yeah.
So we are 3-2 in favor of content. Bob, I don't even think I have to ask you.
Content, yeah, easy content one for me.
Content. Moving on to into the final four. Now we have going back to your high school for any reason versus soloing an amusement park. It's a tough one, Bob.
Two ones where it's like, why are you trying to be around so many kids right now? High school for me still. An amusement park, at least there's fun shit to do there. A high school, there is nothing fun to do there.
Yeah, high school.
It's more awkward to be at a high school. We're just like an active high school, not like a high school reunion.
We're talking like
Yeah.
you go to like visit your teachers and shit.
Yeah, no, that's
first
lame.
period.
As an
That's
adult.
lame. Like the year after you fucking graduate.
Yeah.
Yes.
Correct. Che.
That's the thing I love about high school girls, man. I keep getting older.
Oh.
They stay the same age.
Did not age well.
There you go.
All
Yeah.
right.
Didn't age well. No.
Nick.
High school.
They're both weird, but I'm going to go amusement park because of the price of entry.
Oh, good point. Good point. You're paying hundreds.
Yeah.
Hundreds.
If you get the fast pass as a loner.
Yeah.
Fast pass,
You gotta
hundreds.
do the fast
Yeah.
by yourself.
But realistically, I feel like you could get away with a whole day at the amusement park
Has Jeff done
without
it?
anyone paying you any mind.
I bet Jeff has done it.
Jeff's
at
done
some
Disney
point.
like 5,000 times.
Jeff
That's
has
Yeah,
crazy.
he's got. He used to do like he did one trip where he did Disney like 10 times in 13 days or something.
Yeah.
One had to be alone.
Yeah.
Oh.
KB, you're sticking.
It would be high school by far for me because I never even had like a real relationship with my teachers, so I don't even know what I
No
would
coaches or nothing.
do. Like if I went back now, no.
I have like 2 teachers that had my number from high school because they were like cool, and they'll still text me to this day like, "Oh,
Yeah.
funny video." Like that. That's cool. I think
I have a handful. My
I like
dean,
that.
actually, ironically enough.
feels nice. You're like, oh,
Yeah.
former
I get
teacher.
shit faced with him regularly.
Really? You get shit with your dean.
I'm surprised he hasn't been in this office. Like half the employee staff here has met him.
Damn.
He did our video. He was our third base coach for when we did the video at the Field of Dreams a couple years ago.
Yeah.
He's been in content.
Oh, okay. That's that's
Dave.
High school all the way.
High school all the way. High school.
Absolutely.
So
And,
now
like-
it's high school versus the content. Dave is going to
Is
be
it
your
the
next
finals?
matchup. This is to go into the finals.
Oh.
It's content for me. Are you asking me?
Yes.
It's content. See, like I'm making fun of the guy more that's coming back like wearing the letter jacket and saying hi, what's up to Miss Fields or whatever in first period.
Mrs.
I'm making
Fields.
fun of him. You're gonna think I'm a cookie.
Buttersworth. I don't know.
Fields is a fucking common name.
My uncle Ben. Damn.
But like, if we're talking pure unadulterated awkwardness, it's the content 100 times, 100%.
Content. KB.
Yeah, it's content.
Content. Nick.
Gotta be. Like, we had Kyle, we were like, hey, submit a video from you in Hawaii. And like even the VO was like
yeah.
you were kind of whispering. Like
I had to do that in
That was
front of
hysterical. That was a great video.
yeah, it's content. It's content.
Three for content. Jay.
High school.
High school, no doubt. Yeah, you're the
Actually,
content.
no. I would much rather do a content in public than go back to my high school.
Okay, 2-2. Meek Phil.
High school's a lot more awkward.
Going back to high school, so we're 3-2 in favor of high school.
Let's combine them. Let's do doing content.
Oh, God.
doing,
high school.
doing visiting my high school.
So yeah, that's gonna be the winner.
So, hey guys, back in my high school right now. Like, oh
Yeah.
This
I don't
one
know
is
what
really
I
tough
would
for me.
rather
Lunch line here.
I would rather
go back to the war and fight.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of the worst thing.
Any of them
I would rather get a semi-beatable cancer.
easily.
Yeah.
go.
Do a vlog. Of my...
Hey guys.
So
today
all
we're
right,
going
from
back-
like testicular to pancreatic, you're fucking dead. Where are we talking on this?
I'll take testicular.
Testicular. Well, that's like lower.
I know. Skin.
Okay, there we go.
Okay, so then we're gonna have to do a combo finals. Which
Okay. Combine the two on each side.
So, being at a concert, throwing a frisbee to yourself,
Yeah.
or doing content at your high school. Do like filming your own content at high school. Let's start with you, Dave. Which one of these do you
The
think should
first
win?
ever tag team? Is
I
this
mean,
the first ever tag team?
Not the first.
finals?
We've done it before.
Okay,
but-
okay.
We've talked about how no one's ever just been at a park playing, but at a concert, someone might have been playing for like all
At least
fucked up
that
on
guy's on drugs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It might actually kind of play.
More
Actually,
normalized.
Yeah, exactly. It might be kind of just, hey, that guy's playing frisbee with himself.
I've seen people
fucked
bring
up on
frisbees
something.
to shows and try to throw them on stage, or if they're like the free
Beach
giveaway
ball,
at a
yeah.
festival or something.
Oh, yeah.
You know, they start
Now-
getting thrown, and there's like great clips of like a singer will catch it, the whole crowd goes fucking
Yeah.
nuts. But that started as a guy playing frisbee with himself.
Exactly.
Is lead singer of a band the lowest bar for people thinking you're funny? They'll say something in
Yeah.
between a
Oh,
song
yeah.
and people will lose their
Yeah,
minds.
Yeah.
That guy or the priest.
The priest, people
the
think
priest.
Yeah.
that's Lowest bars for funny is a
Priest
bracket.
Priest at a wedding is that's
Yeah.
the low
Yeah.
one of the lowest bars for comedy. So you're gonna go with the visiting high school, I'm guessing, Dave, and doing content.
Like, yeah.
How would you intro that video? Give me a
Like I'd have myself. What's up, guys? I'm at Wheatmore South High School.
No, you'd give a little peek. You would like tilt it. You'd be like, "Look where I am." We're gonna go in and we're gonna see.
Back again. Guess who's back?
I'm gonna look this up.
You're
no,
pl-
I'm
A vlog of revisiting my high school.
Like the minute-long Instagram vlogs where they review like a food, like a new restaurant or something. Like, oh, and I got the steak with chimichurri sauce, and
I got the
it's-
Bosco
yeah.
sticks, and I got a chicken sandwich.
Exactly. I got the Bosco sticks and felt a little frisky today, so I got 2 chocolate milks instead of 1.
Oh,
Like
That's a really
sick
good
edit.
fantasy football punishment. Last
Yeah.
place has to vlog revisiting
Yes.
their high school.
I would love to see a sick edit of like
We're not-
Dave
we're
and his
not doing
baseball
that, so I'm
team.
gonna lose.
that's like speaking it into existence.
We are not doing this.
oh shit!
Dave and the old baseball team set to the boys are back,
boys
in,
are back in
town.
town. I was just
like
thinking,
a sick TikTok edit, like filters,
and
graphics.
you have to do it with your letter jacket with
Yes.
like
Yeah.
get the patches and everything.
Yeah.
You guys remember me? I'm on the wall in the 8x11 picture over there.
Exactly. Yep.
That's me.
See that right there?
That's me. So 1 for visiting high school, KB, and doing content.
High school.
I can't. There is no person I could see doing it less than KB. There is
Yeah.
just no way.
Oh my god! Why do I feel like it's gonna happen now?
You're gonna get roped into this.
You're gonna have nightmares about it, sleep paralysis of you doing like a home economics vlog.
I genuinely think you'd rather amputate like a pinky toe or something than do this.
Yeah,
no
yeah.
I
question.
forgot pinky. I
How
feel like
big was
funny
your high
might
school?
do.
Yeah,
Pretty big, which I don't know if that makes it worse or better.
Worse.
worse.
Well,
worse,
I
I
mean,
think,
Feidelberg
yeah.
was saying
We kind of let him off the.
We let him off
Pretty
the hook.
easy.
Yeah, but Feidelberg dress is cool.
I like him, yeah.
Yeah.
So 2 for visiting high school and doing content. Nick,
It's actually like getting to the point of me being unhealthy. It's unhealthy for me to think of that scenario. It's going to ruin like my day. It's terrifying. No, that.
3 for the high school. Cheah.
Yeah, agree. The frisbee and the concert makes like it masks it. That's no longer that awkward. It's got to be the high school.
Here it is, and then you flip the camera. My old locker.
Meek.
High school easily.
High school easily.
Easy, high school.
Easy. So the winner of the bracket 143 awkward solo activities is visiting your high school and doing content. Couple.
You know how in Billy Madison when he walks out of his car when he finally gets to high school and he's wearing the REO.
Yes.
Yeah.
I would do that. I would do it with like the Frag or something.
Frag.
One name.
Like who's a band from
What
like,
would you revisit?
2005 that everyone would be like, what the?
That would
fuck
be
is
probably
Trapped.
the Fray, to be honest.
Trapped.
Yeah, that's
I'm pulling
Stained.
up bumping Miss Murder.
Yeah,
Fuel.
AFI.
Yeah.
Hey, Miss Murder.
Great song. Some of the honorable mentions: using your Game Boy Color and your Game Boy Advance to trade yourself all the starter Pokemon via link cable, which Nick had
Yeah.
brought
That's
up.
not awkward.
By yourself, if
That-
people caught you.
That's not awkward at all.
Okay.
Having 2 on your lap with the link cable and trading it because you don't have any friends.
No, it's not awkward at all.
Not
This one-
awkward. Yeah, right.
This one I kind of liked. You also had Nick making s'mores over a fire by yourself. S'mores is just not a solo activity.
No one's
That's a
ever
good
made
one.
a solo s'more.
Solo
That's a
s'mores
good
never
one.
been done.
Yeah. Ordering a kid-size ice cream. Che submitted. I don't know. If,
I do that.
No, I did that recently, not with ice cream, but I had to ask, like, am I allowed to order off the kids menu? Mm-hmm. And they were
That,
like, yeah.
that is
Sizing
awkward.
is reversed. Like you think like a big ice cream should be for a kid. Like an adult, I just need a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll get
Actually,
sick.
good point.
Fights had going to brunch alone. Brunch is out of all the dinner things probably the most.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
That's the-
yep.
that's the most
that's
social
That's a
meal.
good call.
Yeah.
He also put driving in the HOV lane. I don't know if that's awkward. It's
not
just,
awkward.
it's just kind of like a
This is going to be me
crime.
showing my
Yeah.
ignorance. What is
That's
that?
illegal.
What's the
carpool
HOV
lane.
carpool lane. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
We
And
don't
then
have a lot of those, I don't think, in Jersey.
the
Do we?
last
I don't
one,
know.
not that I've ever driven in Jersey enough.
Yeah, I
I've
don't
never
think I
seen
see
it.
that.
It's like a Scott. I first saw him in like Phoenix area. I
Interesting.
never knew about him either.
And then lastly, someone put going to the Lego store alone. Yeah, that's kind of like the kids section.
Fuck, I've done that.
Yeah, it's kind of like the kids section.
I was a
thing.
Lego kid,
Oh.
so now I'm like,
I don't-
let me see what they're working with now.
Legos are like for adults now. I don't
They
get
are.
them, but
Yeah.
Legos I think are for they market.
If I had a
towards
house
adults.
and a basement, I'd be a Lego guy. I'd be an adult Lego guy for sure.
we
I just
go.
order them online. I don't feel the need to go into the store.
Well, you had the greatest idea for adults that don't have the room for Lego sets. You build the set, you break it down, you send it to the next guy.
Yeah.
Whoa.
So I was like,
Yeah.
I like building the Legos, but I never want to keep the completed
Yeah,
object.
the building is the best part.
Yeah.
That's too much of a trust. Yeah, that is true, but that's too much of a trust system. Like somebody's going to keep one piece.
Exactly.
My thought process was like you send it back to the company, and the company would break it down, and they would put it all back.
That's a good.
They would
yeah.
separate it all.
But if I opened a set, it didn't have a minifig, I'd kill myself.
Yeah. You needed to have every single piece, but the company would insure it in this sense. But that would cost so much money, so much labor, it just makes no sense. But yeah, so the winner again is go into your high school making content. We'll be back next week with a new topic.